Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is SportsCenter.
It was a rough night for the U.S. men's national team in soccer. They lost 2-1 last night against Panama in the second of their 3 opening round games in the 2024 Copa America. The 2-1 loss was propelled by a 18th-minute Timothy Weah red card for shoving a Panamanian player. Lauren Balogun did pull the U.S. ahead with a 22nd-minute goal, but Panama scored twice, once in the 26th minute and then once at the 83rd minute, and were able to hold on despite picking up their own red card in the 88th minute. The U.S. will try and find a way through to the second round of the tournament when they take on Uruguay on Monday. The United States need a win to guarantee they make it into the following round. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of
Baba boo, Baba boo. Number 10.
0600, what's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Morning Mayhem starts now with David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore. Live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Was this kid used about the zone yesterday? That explains a lot. It wasn't.
Somebody help me get out of Louisiana. Just help me get to Houston town. Did have people there who care a little about me and I won't let them down.
All right, 609. 609. You made it. You made it to Friday. Come on. Get moving. Get moving.
Look at our boy.
Josh on camera.
Yes.
See him.
sure as you were born, they bought me a silk suit and put luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque on a jet to the promised land.
What?
Working on a T-bone steak, all the party
Flying over to the Golden State.
When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us in the swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool your wings and let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles, give me Norfolk, Virginia side, Waterford, 1009. This is the promised land, calling in the
Hey, the poor boys on the line. Not hand, man.
We are on the road. Once a month, at the end of the month, Fletcher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Sherwood.
12 shows a year.
Yeah, I tell you, look, if you notice where the sun's coming up, Raj?
Right, so.
Usually,
It's over here, right?
I know.
Yeah. Is that the summer solstice?
I don't know.
Taking effect?
When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would
Who was that at the terminal gate?
6 days.
A swing low chariot, come down
Y'all do any Elvis with the Gatlin band?
Cut your engines and
6
cool
days.
your wings and
And let me make it to the telephone.
Los Angeles.
Give me Norfolk, Virginia
6
side,
days until
Waterford,
July 4th, till Independence Day. We're almost there. Yes, Josh. Who are you texting, Josh? You texting me? See how long the delay is that he knows that we're talking.
I haven't finished the text yet.
You what?
I have not finished the text yet.
Wait, we got an eye on you, big boy. We get. Yes, we are. We'll be. We're waiting the arrival of
Franklin Fletcher.
Someone says my mic is too quiet. Josh, is it still too quiet?
That was me who just texted you saying, "Baz, your mic is too." Yeah. It is. Yes.
No one's ever said that about me.
Listen to me.
In comparison to Roger, you are much quieter.
Let me watch this. Okay, we're going to do this live.
No, you're at a good level. You're at a good level, Raj.
Mine's up loud.
All right, how about that, Josh? Is that any better?
Still low.
Why am I yelling?
That is high. I'm on high gain. I'm on high gain.
Well, with my levels, you are not. Go ahead and talk, Raj.
What about say something, Roger?
All right, let me do something.
you're
does not help.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, listen, I am on fire. Chuck, do you hear me? Am I on? You don't hear me at all. I mean, my own ears are bleeding.
You should go into a different
different headset.
Input. Yeah, different input maybe.
He says a different input. This is NASCAR, Roger. Wow, you just turned me down there. I can barely hear myself. That's the ear set. Roger, this is like NASCAR. We've come into a pit stop. We got to hurry. Let's go. It's the tire. It's the rear tire. Let's go.
It's the very beginning. All right, here's the deal. This is what only because I've discovered this about myself at this time of the day, and that is the General George C. Marshall final sentence in Saving Private Ryan. Here it is. Listen to the voice. That boy is alive. We're going to send somebody to find him, and we're going to get him the hell out of there. How about that?
So some reason you got motivated somewhere in the last. You heard your voice. You go, I got that because that just came out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
That's one of my lines.
I know because
you went somewhere.
I'm kind of confused. What's the reference there?
It's just saying.
Saving Private Ryan.
I understand what it's from. I understand what it's from.
He thinks his voice.
Yeah.
He thinks his voice sounds like him.
No, in my head.
I don't hear you.
That's okay. No, it's not important. No. Here's the deal. Once again,
I know what you're saying though.
I think we're misunderstanding each other. This is not about what y'all hear. This is about me. And when I'm when I'm in the library and I am trying to amuse myself, I will go to.
Yeah, I've actually.
My dear Mrs. Ryan.
I don't think you have to go quite.
It's with most profound sense.
Because you sound like Morgan Freeman there.
Yeah. Well, you've got
morphing into Morgan Freeman.
Ask any entertainer. Chuck will tell you right now that there's a certain voice that you have to go to get somewhere, and then you can turn from that dude to Morgan Freeman and maybe get in even to Froggy.
Josh, how am I now? Am I okay now?
Yeah, you sound better now. Yes.
Okay, they're good. Chuck, we want to thank Chuck Gatlin for coming out today.
We don't want to, but we feel we must because he got up real early, and he is a guy that stays up late with bands, and you know what goes on with rock and roll bands, man.
Yes.
Baz, maybe in the break you change mics.
Change the headset, man.
Baz,
how do you sound to me?
I can't even hear you. But we need to make sure that Mr. Fletcher's mic is at tip-top shape. So let's don't take yours and give it to one of our guests. You need to keep it.
I mean, that sounds so good to me.
After
do
you?
I do.
Well, let me.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now you know how I feel.
Yes. Today, in addition to Frank and Zippy, Chris Zender will have Bo Mattingly on. R.J. Huckabee stopping by. Heather Baker was talking with Danny West, brought to you by H.A. Trailer Sales. He's going to take the day off. He just said, really, there's not much going on. And boy, I tell you, just talking with Danny, Danny, covers this stuff every day. That's his job. And he just said, man, it's really
crazy.
It's wearing on him.
Oh, really?
You're covering these kids. You're going everywhere. You're
more tentacles involved.
You're
with
away
this
from
gig,
your family, and then all of a sudden you find out, all that tracking, and the kid changes his mind,
right?
And then he's going to go. So he just said it takes a lot. You wouldn't think about that,
right?
But I told him, I said, listen. I don't know how you do it. I'd be losing my mind. But that's the way he makes his living. But anyway. So
listen, I know what you do. So I would be losing my mind with you as well.
A few things today. It is National Alaska Day. I have never been to Alaska, but I'll be going there in a few weeks, Roger, because Jessica's son works there. You've never been to Alaska, right?
Well, I've never been to Alaska. Da, da, da.
Who at the Buzz has been spent time in Alaska? Do you know?
Yes.
3, 2.
Male or female?
Male.
Okay, hold on.
Sales. He'll be really disappointed you know this. In the military.
Oh, Valentine?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
So it's a national.
What was he doing over there? Was he trying to get to Russia?
I don't know. It's National Paul Bunyan Day. Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
I think I know the Paul Bunyan axe.
Do you?
Axe, rather, between, who is it, Josh? Is it Wisconsin and
Minnesota, I want to say.
Minnesota?
Yeah, I want to say Paul Bunyan's axe
Yeah,
is Wisconsin, Minnesota.
As a trophy guy, Raj, I love that trophy because you know what to do?
Oh, wouldn't you?
The teams go get it. They get the big axe and they come over to the goalpost and act like they're chopping it down.
For sure.
It's National Drive Your Corvette to Work Day. We'll have to ask Frank about that.
Well,
I think has he ever talked about having a Corvette? Was a Corvette the one that he had that he put the weight in the back of the trunk?
Was that the one was that the convertible?
That's what I'm saying. That's I was wondering. Yeah, it was a convertible. I just can't remember if it was a Corvette or not. It's National Food Truck Day. Okay. For those out there, that's turned into obviously a pretty big business.
Yeah, you put up an awning, you got a restaurant.
National Insurance Awareness Day, better have it. Also National Lauren Day. Is there a Lauren?
Lauren Bacall comes to mind.
Very nice. Josh, what about you?
Lauren Michaels.
Oh, very good. A male. A male.
I threw it out there. See what I did there?
Well, isn't it? How's it spelled?
That's Lauren.
Yeah, it's Lauren.
I know.
That's good. That's
Lauren from Traffic. Lauren Charles.
Oh, there it is.
Our very own.
On the local level.
You're very hot. Yeah, he's very.
Yeah, he's a Josh.
I think the other place turns it.
Josh, who did you say? Is there a Lauren? It seems like Lauren is a sort of old school name.
Yeah. I got another one for you. Lauren Green.
Same thing. There's more Laurens than there is Lawrence.
Lauren Bacall. And who's the other chick? Isn't there a chick with a gap tooth actress?
From
the old days?
Is it Lauren?
Is it Lauren?
Wasn't that Lauren Bacall?
No, that's Humphrey Bogart. Who is the chick married to? I call her like a poor man's Sybil Shepherd. She was married to the actress I'm thinking that was married to Sam Shepherd.
What's her name? There's a black singer that's Lauren something.
I don't see
in the 2000s.
Colors and singers.
Yes,
I don't
it is.
know
yes.
Why. Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Is it Hill?
That's
Lauren
it.
Hill?
Boom. How about that?
Yeah, I know.
You're welcome. And then Lauren Daigle, I think, is a big time.
First of all,
yeah.
You better watch his name.
Okay.
Also, Roger, by the way, it's National Watermelon Seed Spitting Week. If I'd have been organized better, we'd have had some seeds to spit today.
So we would have had Chuck. Listen, we talked about it last night, and our listeners, as great as they are, Double R just got back from Alaska.
Oh, he took the cruise up
That
there.
was a cruise that he took to go get some sort of, I don't know.
Is there a song about Alaska? Going up to Alaska.
No. North to Alaska. We go north, the rush is on, way up north.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, keep going.
A couple other things obviously we want to get to. This weekend, in addition to getting ready for July 4th and all those things, today, Roger, tonight, is I don't know what the first showing is, but today is the big day for the newest Western that is out today.
I know.
Horizon. So
we got to go.
I was going to say, So during the show today, we're going to see if Roger and I can put together the Mount Rushmore, the 4 top Westerns of all time. Give us 2. Just give us 2 of your favorites. Send it to us on the text line, and we'll see if we can manufacture 4. There's one that's me, Josh. I don't know about you and Roger. There's one that's it's a slam dunk. It's my
I'm gonna have to throw. Listen, and we'll take all of your suggestions, and because you're going to try to help us out. Because I'll throw out some right now. That's just to start the siphon, and I know Silverado's in there with you.
I don't know if it deserves to be. It's too new to me to be on top 4.
Okay.
The question is, could this movie immediately jump to one of the greats of all time?
Here's what I'm scared. Well, it could. Don't know.
You think it will?
No, I don't know.
It was yesterday.
Listen, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover.
Joe said they're going to shoot 3 of them.
4.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Klein said 4, so I'm going to have to check that out. But I know you're thinking of Searchers. You may be thinking True Grit.
Yeah, those are mine. And Tombstone's number 1 for me. It's not even close.
You're putting that on Mount Rushmore.
No. Yeah. What? No.
Listen, Chuck has no idea what he's talking about, and he just said no.
Even Josh.
Do you count There Will Be Blood as a Western?
No.
No. It's not really a Western.
So here's the deal. We've got Josh.
I don't suppose you guys have ever seen a movie called Outlaw Josie Wales.
Seen it. You know who's in it, don't you? Uncle Louie.
So you got to have, to me, you got to have at least one Clint Eastwood in there.
Unforgiven. We'll take a look at. Well, listen, you might have to go the original.
Unforgiven was
I wouldn't put it in there. I mean, I would put Magnificent Seven in before I'd go Unforgiven.
Old or new?
I like
the
that.
old?
The old one.
The old one?
Oh yeah.
I watched the new one.
I like Denzel. I did
Denzel rather.
He's a different cat.
I forgot at the very beginning when he goes in and they kill everybody. He tells that sheriff, he goes, "You go tell whatever," and he goes, "You tell him Kansas, 19 whatever, 18," and then he said, "What was his name in the role?" He said, "Chad something." And I'd forgotten about that.
Chris would have been Chris.
At the very end of the movie, you know why he tells him that? Because the guy still doesn't remember who he is, and then he has to show him who he is.
Right.
That's a great scene at the end.
Yeah.
The other movie I'm excited about is
Ralph Lauren. Very good.
is A Quiet Place, Day One. If you have not seen, Josh, have you seen any of the Quiet movies?
I've seen the first one.
Quiet. Yeah, this will be the third. It's the one that you got to be quiet. If not, these really ugly, mean alien monsters will find you.
That's the one with the married couple.
It was John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, right?
Yes.
Krasinski and his wife, Emily.
Yes.
Blunt.
I forgot that was Emily Blunt.
Emily Campagno.
We love Emily Blunt.
We love Emily Campagno.
But you got to be very quiet. Because I tell you it is a great, scary movie.
You know what? And I didn't like the first. I didn't go see them, so it's terrible. I'm trying to change who I am at 60. And so I didn't see the other ones. But I thought, you know what? That might be this new one that I saw because it's so crazy. I can only imagine how loud it would be in the theater with everything going on with these monsters coming after you, that it might be one I might want to go see at the theater just to take up.
Yeah, that's good.
Because that one, the knock at the cabin door that M. Shamalama Ding Dong
it was terrible.
It was terrible.
Absolutely the worst one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I expected way more.
Oh my gosh,
than
it
that.
was bad.
So I didn't see that. But the Quiet. Did you see the first Quiet?
First one.
First was intense.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
The second one was
I'm not a big horror guy, though.
Yeah. Second was not as good. This one looks. This is Day One. Steve Jenkins just sent us the Lauren you're looking for. And have you seen it?
It's not Lauren, is it?
It is.
Who is it?
You were right with the gap tooth. She was a cutie.
Oh, who is
remember
it?
back in
Help
the day.
me out. Well, it's not. Sam Shepard was married to Jessica Lange.
Starts with an H.
Holly Hunter? Hutton. Holly Hutton?
That's it.
Holly Hutton?
Lauren Hutton.
Well, I said
Hutton. I don't think you said Lauren Hutton. That's who's with the tooth?
That's what I was looking for. Absolutely. Thank you. So Jessica Lange was Sam Shepard? I thought it was Lauren Hutton. Okay, but Lauren Hutton, very good, very good. Here's a model.
Hey, the other thing, a couple of sports notes, Roger, from yesterday. We talked about Heston Kjerstad being called up.
Yeah.
Hits a home run. In his first game back, he's 2 for 3. Did the Orioles win, Josh, or did they lose? I think they won, didn't they?
I assume they won. They win every night, it appears.
Kjerstad was 2 for 3, so it's good to see him come gets called up to the majors, boom, right off the bat. We also talked about this. The draft continued yesterday. The Bronny thing wears me out. I'm so sick of hearing. Nothing against LeBron. I'm just sick of hearing about it. Fine, go. A great story. Go. You're going to be with your dad. Can you imagine the drama there? My son needs more playing time or whatever. I don't know. it's an interesting story because it's never been done before. Father, son, playing on the same team in the NBA, but Lord have mercy.
Did you all hear
but the other thing that Johnny,
Clutch Sports was calling teams, LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, was calling teams and telling them that if they drafted LeBron or Bronny, he was going to go and play in Australia. So this was nepotism.
ridiculous.
This was exclusively nepotism. I mean, like nobody else had an opportunity to take this guy.
Yeah, you know what? He's not that great of a player. He's okay. I mean, he's nothing like his dad. Of course, you imagine trying to be in the shadow of his dad. Look at there, Zippy joins.
All right, what you say, Zipper?
Good morning, guys.
Welcome,
How are y'all?
Welcome back. You had a little time off.
Yeah, I did. Got a little bit of tan.
Did you? Went down to Destin? No.
Grayton Beach, right there.
Yeah. Well, now did you just get back?
I just got back on Monday night.
Any sharks do we need to hear about?
Well, that sure looks sharky. It's a little scary.
How deep did you go in the water?
You know, the riptides were real bad. They had double red flag days.
Were you down there when the drownings happened? I think you were.
Yes.
You had five in a weekend. Had the couple that fortunately got their kids in, but they drowned from, I think they were Pennsylvania. And then 3 dudes got it there nighttime together, which you probably I wouldn't be surprised if there was drinking involved. And 3 of them drowned in Alpha Panama City. I don't know if you were down there when that happened.
Yeah, you just got to be very careful.
Yeah.
My favorite thing with my kids is to go boogie boarding, and it just felt weird. You can feel the rip current a lot different, so waist deep by far. We never really got any deeper than that. And
well, great, David. Do you feel refreshed? You feel invigorated now?
Absolutely, I really do.
So, So obviously, you're pushing this stuff for this weekend. What's the July 4th days next week?
So we're closed on July 4th.
Oh, all right.
That's typically a car business closing day.
Okay. You got how many days a year? 2 days a year that you close?
We got Christmas, Thanksgiving, and July 4th.
Not very much, yeah. So, and you're doing deals this weekend?
Absolutely. You know, it always comes down to the end.
Yeah.
We got, I think, 17 more to go.
Okay.
We got through Monday night, and you know what that means. We're going to give you the deal of a lifetime.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll give you plenty of time to talk about that. Did want to mention, too, Roger, a great turnout last night over at the main line.
Thanks to everybody that came
Yeah, great
out.
crowd. They're all engaged and they're really intense. And
So fun.
you had the winner last night, the Qualls gang.
Yeah, hey Siri.
What's their name?
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri.
Hey
yeah.
Siri. Well, Kenny Elster and his wife Mike Garner and his wife were there. These are super duper
Smart,
intelligent people. Now, not to say that Steve's son Kobe is not, or his wife Melissa, or Deanna, his mother-in-law, all fantastic people. But we brought in, the Brain Trust from Hot Springs High School class of 1982.
Yeah.
That's where I last saw them. They went on to universities and military academies that are just unbelievable. But so great to have those guys there. Those are childhood friends that we went immediately right back into time we were 16, 17 years old. And some of the Renegades, who were perennial winners there.
Right.
You know, the one guy over there by you that had the X on Renegades, he was coming after the Renegades.
Yes.
Renegades were almost like mother cluckers at Boudreaux's. They went, you know what? We've got plenty of cards in our pockets. It's good to see other people get some of those. Of course, I don't know if that had anything to do with David Stone merging with them. If that brought them down.
That was fun to see that.
My favorite line of the night was the answer had 4. There were 4 parts in the answer. And David Stone, I asked him, I said, how many did you get right? He said, all of them, except 3.
That's good.
Come on. That's a positive spin right there, Stoney.
Josh, the other thing last night, I got a chance to spend about an hour and a half talking with the GM over there, Wayne Smith. Had a good visit. And one of the topics that got brought up was Copa. Not Copacabana.
No, Copa America.
Copa soccer, Josh. And we're getting that in just a second. But one of the things that Wayne did, he promised his son Dylan, who's been on the show before, he's going to be a 10th grader next year, wants to be a broadcaster. Yeah. He said if he makes straight A's, he said we'll take a trip somewhere for a sporting event. He wanted to see Messi. And so he went to Atlanta to see Messi, and he said it was Messi's playing for Argentina. That's where he just said you would not believe you think you're in Argentina. The people. He said it could have been Americans from Argentina, but Argentina was represented. So he said it was a great experience, and so we were talking about that. And then I decided to say what happened to our team last night, and we lose to Panama. And why did we lose, Josh? Have you heard about this, Roger?
No.
18th minute red card from Timothy Weah put the U.S. behind the 8 ball. So the U.S. was behind, or they were down a man for.
So he comes, tell him what he did.
He
Josh.
shoved a guy. He shoved a guy in the head. He basically
about
as dumb as you can get.
Punched him?
But basically, it looked like a punch to the head. And
punch or shove?
Yeah. Well, what do you think it was, Josh? A punch to the head, or
it's different to me?
Somewhere in the middle. It wasn't like a straight, like it wasn't like a snapping of the wrist. It was kind of a shove.
You can't do it. You can't do that. He came out. He said, and it really cost him. So we lose to Panama. We lose to Panama. Get the JFK deal out where he says
get it out.
And so now we're playing catch up there. But I thought it was great that Wayne did that for his kid, and his kid's got a really cool announcement coming up.
Well, now, is Messi to take your boy? If you're a soccer guy and you go see Messi, is that taking your boy because he wants to go see LeBron, Michael Jordan?
He's the biggest star in the world for soccer. Yeah, so to be able to get a chance to see him, and I was telling him the last time I was in Atlanta, Roger, for it was a college football deal. Mm-hmm. I'm walking out of my hotel, and there's tens of thousands of people all over, and they're walking out. And I said, "What's going on?" They've got a professional soccer team in Atlanta, and you go to these big market towns like Atlanta, Chicago, whatever. You know, you got so many people, you got millions, and all of a sudden there are going to be 50, 60,000 people at a darn soccer match. So we don't get that around here, obviously, but obviously a big deal in the sport there. And but yeah, discipline. Come on, Americans. Let's go. Let's pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get a red card, you need to get it like later in the game because, I mean, when your guys are going to get so tired having to run around down a guy for 70 minutes. It's just not
he had to come out and apologize and said, I'm sorry, I blew it for our country. Yeah, you know what? Have some composure.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. Can you not have some you're playing on the biggest stage in the world, and you because you can't keep your composure, we lose and we're done. You have a few times in life that you do something special, and you just lose you get mad and shove somebody upside the head. Anyway, come on, man. Be disciplined. Fired up this morning.
Yeah, agreed.
I heard on the way here.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's been a good week, but it's Friday. So I'm headed on the road this weekend. Wait, Roger, are you local this weekend?
I'm local this weekend.
Yes,
absolutely.
nice.
Looking forward to it. My wonderful woman came home last night. So
Josh, I dropped Roger off, Zippy. And he was quick to want to get inside to see the little miss. You know, get away from her for a while.
I don't know why I couldn't just drop you off down the street and why you had to get in my driveway.
What kind of activities are going on there last night?
A lot of activities. And let me tell you
some supervision.
And some of it included wings.
You always had the wings.
Oh, we got the So it was great to have my wife back in the same bed with me.
All right, we're here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Always at the end of the month, they're doing deals. We'll come back and visit with Zippy. We're waiting the arrival of Frank Fletcher. If you want to be a part of the show, we'll check your messages now on our text line sponsored by D3 Auto Sales at 661-1037. Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Don't go away.
The Summer of Scoops continues Tuesday with Morning Mayhem at Scoops, Little Rock's new homemade ice cream restaurant at the corner of Broadway and 3rd Street in Little Rock.
This is SportsCenter.
It was a rough night for the U.S. men's national team in soccer. They lost 2-1 last night against Panama in the second of their 3 opening round games in the 2024 Copa America. The 2-1 loss was propelled by a 18th-minute Timothy Weah red card for shoving a Panamanian player. Lauren Balogun did pull the U.S. ahead with a 22nd-minute goal, but Panama scored twice, once in the 26th minute and then once at the 83rd minute, and were able to hold on despite picking up their own red card in the 88th minute. The U.S. will try and find a way through to the second round of the tournament when they take on Uruguay on Monday. The United States need a win to guarantee they make it into the following round. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
It's Justin Acree and my buddy Reed Llewellyn. The Rock City Margarita Festival and the Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and 1037 The Buzz, returns to the State House Convention Center on Saturday, July 20th.
With a $40 ticket, you can sample delicious margaritas from over 35 local restaurants and beers from over 100 breweries from Arkansas and across the country.
Also games, a live DJ, food trucks, and giveaways. Get your tickets before they sell out.
Visit 1037thebuzz.com or on social media at the Rock City Margarita Festival and the Great Arkansas Beer Festival for tickets and more information.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep, and we need to sell 19 new vehicles before Monday night to meet our factory sales goal. So here's what we're going to do. No payments for 90 days and available sales tax paid. We'll give you our best month-end deal and give you no payments for 3 months. Folks, we need your business and we want to earn your business. We've got new Rams up to $9,000 off. We've also got brand new 2500s up to $9,000 off. $8,000 off new Grand Cherokee L's. And you can drive home in a brand new Jeep Compass for $399 a month. One more thing, don't worry about your credit. If other dealers have told you no, come see us and let us help you get into a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Also, don't worry about how much you owe on your trade. If we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter what you owe. It's the end of the month and Fletcher Dodge needs to sell 19 new vehicles before Monday night. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
I don't think SUV is an appropriate term. Not a Genesis of Conway, where it's an LUV, luxury utility vehicle. It also accurately describes how I feel about the GV70 I've been driving. Handles like a dream, has more cameras than I work with in my TV career. I love its chrominess and how the steering wheel and seat adjust from memory every time you get in the car. And that's just one model from a terrific selection at Genesis of Conway, where you'll discover the future of luxury today.
What's your Oaklawn? Is it hitting the slots for fun and high fives? Or having a round at Silk's Bar and Grill before the action? Play your way at Oaklawn's 24/7 non-smoking casino. With 1,500 slot machines, live roulette, craps, and blackjack. A sports book where you can watch and wager on your favorite games and live entertainment at Pop's Lounge. You'll never run out of fun. It's time for more winning and more excitement at Oaklawn. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
All right. It is 6:36 here at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. What you want? Can we try it, Raj?
Yeah, can we try it, Josh? Can I try to play that from here?
Hold on one second.
Sure. Unless you've got it, that's fine.
We're experimenting a little bit here with some remote capabilities.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
We are joined by Frank Fletcher. Zippy, we've already introduced. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
Great to have you. How about Zippy? All fired up. He's got his juices flowing. Got back from Florida. Got him a little.
Buddy, we are glad to see him. I mean, a lot of people like to do business with Zippy, so we're glad to have him back. Very glad.
Once you went away, did you do work while you were on the beach down there?
You know, my guys didn't bother me very much. They held it down while I was gone, and it was actually really, really good. But, you know, I keep that cell phone pretty close just in case.
Well, you got guys like Ryan and even Ray, you people who've been around that I dealt with because you weren't here when we traded out. So it's nice to have those people.
You got 1, 2, 3. You got 4 managers over here, been here 15 years plus. So they know what they're doing.
Frank, we were talking. Somebody said, obviously, tell Dave he didn't watch the match last night. He didn't see all the tripping going on with Panama. They did.
I love soccer homers.
That's great. That is great. Somebody says, somebody on there that looking at our text line, we need a Frank Walmart story this morning. I'm sure there will be one coming. Frank, how are you? Everything good with you?
I'm good.
Listen, we mentioned early in the week, very sad note about Rocket. This was the 4th Rocket that you've owned, is that right? Third. Very tough for you to lose a Rocket. We talked about that. We hated to hear that news and that stuff. It's like a family member, right?
Rocket was my companion, my buddy. Went everywhere with me. Used to ride in the car with me everywhere. He opened the door, jump in, and he sat by my desk all day. And you know, it's just they look at you with those big eyes, like, "Can I go with you? Can I go with you?" Right. And then he was downstairs, so on Saturday morning, Judy would let him up, and he would come lick me in the face. I don't know how he always could get to my face, and he would wake me up on Saturday morning because I have to get up because I come out here to do the sales meeting. So, I mean, when you have a dog lick you in the face to wake you up and begs you to go with him everywhere you go, and the difference in dogs and people are dogs are never They're always the same. You heard the word unconditional love. That's what it means. So it's been a very tough thing for me to go through, and we every time we turn around, we think he's going to be there. He used to eat supper with us, lay by us, so we ate supper. So it's just people who don't own pets don't get it, and the people that do own dogs or cats or whatever they have, they all get it. Because
well, and Roger has. I have not. And Jessica said if once her oldest passes, and I think he's 11, it's going to be very tough for her. Do you go back and because this is the third rocket? Will you get another rocket?
I'm not even thinking about that. I darn sure don't want one now. 2 weeks from now I may be dying for a dog. But it's just a whole lot of hurt going on, and so I'm just thinking about him for a while.
What do you, obviously you guys got to sell some cars this weekend. What do you got planned for the week after that for July 4th? Are you,
Man, I hadn't even thought about July 4th. I'm glad that July 4th for our business comes on a Thursday because I like to let these guys off. And, if it's on a Saturday, it'd be hard to shut down, but we're going to shut down Thursday. I mean, there'll be some other dealerships that will be open, but July 4th is the time I think that everybody needs to get together with their family and celebrate what July 4th is. This is a great country we live in. I think that tradition is kind of slowly fading some. I love to think about how lucky we are to be born here, live here, and have the opportunity we have in the United States. So I love July the 4th. It's a very, very fabulous day for me.
If you missed it yesterday on the show, I gave a stat. This is true stat. Of all the items that people in America have been buying for the July 4th weekend, there's one item that's outselling everything in terms of increased number of sales, and it's corn. So for some reason, people are wanting to have corn at their. There's a run on corn for the July 4th celebration. So
we had listeners last night telling me that because they were telling that story to the people at their table because they listen to us, which is just fascinating.
I know.
People can't believe it, but for whatever reason, whatever group took this survey, the answer came up overwhelmingly corn.
380% increase.
Hot dogs, it doesn't mean it's more than hot dogs and more burgers.
But there's been an uptick in, and listen, I love corn. We were just talking about how much we love it. And,
eat it out of the can.
Yeah. Would you go corn on the cob or
Yeah, I love corn on the cob. One of the reasons is people are bringing us corn now, friends, from Lake Village, Freddie Black's friend of mine. He brings corn. Corn, this is the corn season right now.
Is that right?
So in other words, it's.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, so that's one reason everybody is. Right now, it's coming off harvest, and or at least the type that we eat.
And we were talking about yesterday. One of my favorite types of corn, and used to have it at a place called Walk-Ons, was street corn, which is sort of a Mexican. I don't know if you've seen that before. I don't know if you guys served that at River or whatever, but that's
that's great.
Yeah. Anyway, so
it's hot. It's spicy. You love street Mexican corn, absolutely.
If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037 is the number. I was going to mention they had the second day of the NBA draft, and this young man named Khalil Ware, who was at North Little Rock, played North Little Rock. He was a 7-footer that played with Nick Smith. You guys remember? Obviously,
I saw him. Yeah.
And so what's great about that? They last night they had Johnny Rice, Johnny Rice, who was a basketball coach for Nick and Moses Moody, and where he's had 3 number 1 NBA picks in the last 3 years. I mean, that's a pretty crazy, or 4 years, whatever it is, pretty darn number. But he was saying, Nick Smith and Moses Moody were guys that came in, transferred in, or whatever. He said Khalil Ware was a kid. He said you could see him growing up in North Little Rock. He went to the elementary schools there. So that was a good story, cool story. We didn't get him in Arkansas. He goes to Oregon, and then he transfers to Indiana, and first-round draft choice for the Miami Heat. So that's a good story. But how about that? I was trying to think, is there any other coach in Arkansas that can make the claim they've had 3 first-round draft choices on their team? Now, you can look at did Kevin Kelly at PA, I'm just trying to think guys that would go up to Fayetteville that would be first-round draft choices. Right. What high school coach might have that? And then, by the way, too, it was a sort of a shocker. And R.J. Hawk's coming by here today. There was a coach. I just going blank on his name now. I thought I had it in my notes here. Where is it? Here it is. Let's see. George Shelton. I don't know if you remember him, Frank. He's 65 years old, was a coach down in Pine Bluff, and was under Marion Glover. died yesterday at age 65, young guy, and had been one of the best coaches in Arkansas. So, anyway, I just thought that. What I was trying to say, is there anybody else out there that has 3 number 1?
Well, was the cat down in Warren? Did he?
Now that's the. He certainly had NFL players. And I mean that's what you got to have. That's right. Sure. It's pretty. I
don't know about Kelly. I mean, Hunter's the only person I can think of now. I know who was the quarterback that he had that went up to ASU. One of the first was it Knight?
Yeah, that's Freddie Knight. Very good.
Freddie Knight, very. But I don't remember.
We'll take a break now, Josh. Come back. I know we got deals to talk about that all the way through Monday. Also, Frank, I don't know if you heard, but the state of Kansas is trying to lure the Chiefs and the Royals over to Kansas.
Yeah, I've read all about that.
And we've been, Roger, we've been a guest of Frank over at that stadium. Yeah, listen, they ain't going anywhere. You know, there's no way those 2 franchises are leaving that town.
No.
They've had side by side stadiums for 50 years now, I think is what it is, and it ain't going anywhere. Talking with Wayne Smith, he was talking about he'd been to the Dodger Stadium. That's the only stadium I think, Roger, you and I have not been to.
That was the one we couldn't get the tickets. We had to go to San Diego.
Yeah, and we've been to Wrigley, been to Fenway, been to
those are
Yankee.
The top 3.
Yeah, the old school.
Wrigley,
did you all go to
Fenway,
New Yankee Stadium or Old
Dodger.
Yankee Stadium?
I've been to both.
Yeah, Wrigley, Fenway, and Dodger are the 3 oldest.
That's right.
And you went to Old Yankee.
I went to the Old
You
Yankee.
went to New Yankee. Yeah. You went to Old
Wrigley before they
the
Fenway
Cardinals.
Oh, we went to the Cardinals. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't think I was at the old one.
Did we not do that when we went
we
there?
We did, but I don't know if it was older. I think it was the new one at that time.
If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. We'll come back and hear all the deals that they're doing because they get. Listen, he's hungry, Frank. He's come back as if he's hungry. He's back to work. Got to get it done. And we're glad you're listening to us. It's 6:45.
There's only one sure way to get me to go. Stop playing old time rock and roll. Call me a red.
Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. And no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Baptist Health is there to support you in your wellness journey wherever it may take you. They really are so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner coming alongside you to help you live your fullest, healthiest life. From pediatrics to women's health to cardiac care to orthopedics to primary care. They offer the full spectrum of services you need to keep yourself and your whole family healthy, no matter what phase of life you're in. And you can always count on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be exceptional and compassionate. Listen, they're Arkansas's most trusted name in healthcare for a reason. For more than a century, Baptist Health has helped countless Arkansans create the healthy lives they deserve. And I know they can do the same for you. I know from experience the level of commitment they have for their patients. I've been a Baptist Health patient for decades, and I'm always in good hands. Their level of care is exceptional. Remember, life isn't just about living. It's about living well, and no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Ready to take the next step in your wellness journey? Visit Baptist-Health.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You're on the forklift in your warehouse when it breaks down. You call Medley Equipment Company. Talk to Debbie.
Hello.
Debbie tells you they'll get you moving again. Debbie talks to a service tech.
Yep, I can do it.
Tech says when they can be there. That nice Debbie lady calls you back.
Hello.
Saying your forklift will be fixed in a few hours.
Nice.
Pretty fast, right? We're just trying to keep up because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Jeff Tess. Visit medleycompany.com or come see us at 121 House Court, North Little Rock, Arkansas.
In real estate, it's all about the amenities. I should know. I'm an agent.
At Hyundai, all of our models offer first-class features, like Android Auto, an available Bose premium audio system, heated front and rear seats, and wireless device charging.
It's like an upscale home on wheels in here.
It's your journey. Own every mile.
Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson, or pay only $299 a month after down payment. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end 7/1/24. Call 469-613-0227 for details.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJs spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Hi, I am Joseph Pena of the Arkansas State basketball team. Shipments of summer fashion are arriving at Bell & Swart. That means swimwear from Saks, Gentile, Polo, and shirts, Maui Jim sunglasses, and Johnny O sportswear. Be sure and check out Martin Dingman Lodge for shoes, belts, bags. So, hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Swart for your summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Swart, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel. Not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Make this summer one to remember by stopping by Arts Marine in North Little Rock. Arts is all about creating fun on our lakes and rivers. You have to come by and see the new 2024 G3 Tri-Tunes, the hottest and coolest ride out there. We're easy to find. Take the Levy exit.
Want the latest information on bass tournaments and the best fishing spots in the state? Then listen to Fishing Arkansas Sunday mornings with Big Sarge and his crew. Fishing Arkansas is presented by Shelter Insurance Agent Jamie Marsh, Stanley Hardware, Fletcher Auto Group, Axles Plus, and Cooper's Nursery in Cabot. Fishing Arkansas Sunday mornings on 103.7 The Buzz.
Want to reach the show? Well, give us a call or text at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
Dave? Yes, how are you? Dave, I noticed in the paper this morning where the Swedish team beat the American hockey team 17-2.
Yeah, I saw that.
Christ, who are we sending over there? Girls?
I don't know, they haven't won a game.
I know it. I mean, who got them up?
I don't know. I can check into it.
God, we got some pretty good hockey players, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I think better, yeah.
All right, I suppose they're all playing in their college teams, are they, or something? I'd like to find out whether it was done, under what, who sort of sponsors it, and what kind of players they've got, because I think it's a disgrace to have a team that's 17-2. That's about as bad as I've ever heard, isn't it?
And they've been beaten by everybody by scores almost equal to that.
Yeah, so it's, obviously we shouldn't send a team unless we can send a good one. Will you find out about it? Let me know.
I'll find out about it. Let me know.
That is, Frank, that is the President of the United States, JFK, complaining, calling his, I guess, Chief of Staff and saying, we just got beat 17-2 by the Swedish team.
We're America, is what he's saying.
He said, who do we send over? They said, who do we send over there, girls?
We're America, and he's talking about America. He's a sports fan, obviously, we know from history and all that. He's going, we got to send our better guys. What's going on here?
I know. I love the fact that we have that.
That sounded just like you two talking. It was like, what happened? 17-2. Who are we sending over there? It must be college guys. I don't know. We'll look into it.
I don't know, Frank, if you picked up on, and listener, if you heard it again, or maybe you, Zippy, would pick up on Frank's having a conversation where he's asking questions that you better have the right answer for.
Well, let me tell you, you're not supposed to say, let me look into it.
Oh, absolutely. No, okay,
you're supposed to already know the answer.
You know what I'm saying? When Frank just says, you know what, look at those windows over. I don't know, maybe we ought to have somebody. There's no, I'll look into it, Frank. You're right, Frank. We'll get it done. Absolutely.
In addition to talking to Frank and Zippy here, we got three guests today. Bo Mattingly will join us. RJ Hawk will stop by and say hello, and then Heather Baker. I know you guys got deals to do, and the deals that you have are going on from today until Monday night, correct?
Yes, we don't close the end of the month on a weekend or a holiday, so they'll go through Monday. I'll tell you one big thing that we've sold a ton of, and it's something that's affordable, is the all-new Jeep Compass. So you can get a 2024 Jeep Compass, and this isn't a roll-up window, no cruise control, little bitty radio. You're talking about a 10-inch screen, blind spot, all the safety, over 30 miles a gallon. It's under $400 a month, and you can't buy a used car a lot of times under $400 a month.
And we haven't seen you guys, Frank. I don't think we've been in studio or been with you guys since you guys did the Kane and Sandy birthday giveaway. Made me think of it because Kanan went crazy, said there's a TV in my car.
Yes.
The big screen.
I didn't know Frank and they showed her the birthday. Y'all have the same birthday, but they are the sweetest family. I'm talking about when they walk in this door, if you're not smiling after talking to them, that you just aren't living life.
Well, that was very nice, Frank. You did that.
Yeah, I had COVID when that was going on, so I couldn't come out here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
but we were, I think you told me, David, that you found out that they had 150,000 miles on the previous car we had given them, and we didn't want them driving around in that kind of mileage. So we were very happy to help assist them. And then Zippy got all kind of Evans Dietz was kind enough to completely do it at his expense. He put all kind of Razorback decals all over the car, everything they wanted on it. So it is a true Razorback red machine.
And they go to so many games for here's the thing, if you don't know that, they go to all these games in Fayetteville, but they also go to the high schools that we're recruiting, and that kid's trying to influence the kids to come to Arkansas. I mean, they put a lot of miles on.
They're not basketball and football people. They're Arkansas people.
That's right. A couple other things on some messages here. Somebody says, what kind of dog was Rocket? Sending my deepest sympathy to the Fletcher family. It was a German Shepherd, correct?
Long-haired German Shepherd.
Someone says, I'm actually closer to my dog than my kids. there you go. This one said, Bo... Roger, Coach Bo.
Gimbal.
Hembry.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Bo Hembry, yeah.
Okay.
Has had 2 first-rounders and 2 second-rounders.
Okay.
That's the Warren coach. And I know that they've got – I didn't know that they were 2 first-rounders, so somebody can help me on that.
He's a good coach. I like
He's the receiver that came out of there.
All the receivers come out of there. Well, I know one of them's the Titans.
Right.
It's
Traylon Burks.
Traylon Burks nobody could cover him, a few years ago. Wonder who the other number one was.
The other guy was
it the tight end or was it?
That was another receiver.
Jarius Wright, was he a first rounder?
I don't know if it bet Jarius Wright. I think came from there.
That's where he's from. Someone says here on Coach Shelton. Coach Shelton touched so many lives. A great coach, but better man. This one says, "Come on, guys! If you could get your son to join you like LeBron did, and you're in the same position, would you do it?"
Sure.
Oh, sure. I'm just saying. We hear about LeBron all the time, and this is another LeBron story, and it just,
Well, let me ask you this though: Can little LeBron? Can he
little
LeBron? Can he not Bronny? Can he not say no, and still go to the Lakers?
Well, he's only in the NBA right now because LeBron's his dad.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he's 55th overall pick.
Well, he's the only one that I can think of of the last greats. Magic's boy didn't do it. Michael Jordan's boy didn't do it.
Has there been anybody else even close to that?
I don't know who else
I think Scotty's son got pretty close.
Scotty Thurman's son played at Vanderbilt, if you remember that.
And he was good.
He was good. Yeah,
I'm talking about the pros. I don't know if any those other two I mentioned. I don't even know if they did anything in college. I mean, how are you going to follow those guys?
Well, Pippen's boy did. His son was a good player at Vanderbilt.
Del Curry, obviously. Del Curry, his son is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe's dad played.
Jelly Bean
Bryant.
Yes. Someone said, Frank, one of the things we're talking about today also, tonight is the preview of the movie Horizon. I don't know if you've heard about this. Right. Kevin Costner's new epic Western. So we were talking about
I think this is a first of. He's very excited about this, and so we were asking, give us your top 2 Westerns of all time. If I threw that, I'll let you think. Are you a Western guy? Yeah. Do you do the Westerns at all?
Long time ago. Okay. I'm not watching any streaming Westerns now.
Nothing like that.
What about you, Zippy?
I don't know if this counts, but I'm a Tombstone fan.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if Tombstone, because first of all they play.
Well, maybe for him. I mean, he's 20 years younger.
Tombstone's a Western.
Right. What's that?
That's a Western.
It is. I'm saying that they play it 9,000 times. That's what I'm saying.
I've watched it.
I know.
I don't know what something happened where I get an alert where certain things come on my phone. YouTube TV says, "Hey, Tombstone's on once a week."
So the other thing too, today is National Drive Your Corvette to Work Day for whatever reason, Frank. And we were asking, when you always tell the story about that convertible back in when you were in, I guess, high school or in college.
And Miss Judy
What?
I had a white Corvette.
It was a Corvette.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. It was. Okay.
Did you load up the trunk?
Didn't you put something in the trunk or something to make it heavy? Or
No, y'all are getting it confused. I had a Ford convertible that I put 500 pounds of concrete in the trunk because you didn't have lowering kits. And Ford convertible, we had what they call Mercury skirts, and you can only see a very small part of the tire. But that was a Ford convertible. The Corvette's a whole different. Corvette was a fuel injection.
Which was the vehicle your wife drove?
Huh?
Which was the vehicle your wife drove in the parade?
Oh, yeah.
Hold that story.
My sweet wife gave my Corvette, so I hear, to one of her boyfriends to drive.
Oh, very good. Okay, very good.
She denies it.
All right,
forget about that.
7 o'clock.
Do you understand the words that are coming?
story, we don't understand ourselves either. 1037 The Buzz.
Hey folks, Trey Johnson here with HJ Trailer Sales in Hot Springs. HJ Trailer Sales is here for all your trailer needs. We can handle any of your repairs and parts for trailers, steel or aluminum. Need a trailer but times are tough? We have financing options for everyone. Like a special on all air tow trailers, only $100 a month payment for the first 3 months. Family owned and operated. Check us out today at hjtrailersales.com or on Facebook.
Let me tell you about my friends Carl and Karen.
This place is sus. Let's go to Tunica.
And so they did. And immediately, they became winners.
Hey, baby, what you doing?
Winning. Hey, baby, what you doing?
Winning.
And not just gaming either. They did winning, dancing, or at the sports book. Winning. Or enjoying a world-renowned meal.
Winning.
No matter what you're doing in Tunica, you're always a winner.
Learn more at tunicatravel.com.
Sports talk and entertainment.
I can't understand you food in your mouth.
That'll put a smile on your face.
I'm being serious. I can't understand a word you're saying.
KABZ, Little Rock.
Coach Kelly joins the Zone each Wednesday, presented by the Little Rock Athletic Club and Racket Club. It's pool season. Join today and save 30% off joining fees.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly sunny and hotter today. Here in Little Rock, we'll get up to 95 degrees, and the heat index could climb over 100 today. Tonight, a warmer night, only the mid-70s with a mostly clear sky. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or click online at arkansastruck.com.
Hey folks, it's David BAZZEL out here at Fletcher Dodge with a deal of the week. Buy today and make no payments for 90 days. That's right, you can drive a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram and make no payments all summer. And you'll save up to $9,000 on new Rams at Fletcher, 24 and 25 models, and up to $8,000 discounts on new Grand Cherokee L's. The new Jeep Compass starts at just $399 a month with no money down. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get their best deal right up front and more for your trade. Only Fletcher gives you great prices, more for your trade, plus available sales tax paid. Why would you want to shop anywhere else? And don't worry about credit. If other dealers have told you no, come see the credit professionals at Fletcher Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. They're ready to help you get on the road in a new vehicle. For the best selection, lowest price, and best buying experience, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Sherwood, or you can shop them online at FletcherDeals.com. Remember, buy today and make no payments for 90 days.
Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Racing Commission awarded Cherokee Nation Entertainment the Pope County Casino project. The commission says Cherokee Nation submitted the only application that completed all the steps. Final permits still need to be acquired, but after that, the company plans to have the project finished in 18 months. The Legends Casino and Resort will be built on Interstate 40 near Russellville. It'll be 50,000 square feet and will feature a hotel, restaurants, and an outdoor concert venue. State leaders are doing what they can to ensure people are prepared to handle a life-saving emergency. The Clinton Presidential Center is placing overdose kits around the building. There are a total of 6 kits on site. Each one has naloxone and other life-saving resources. The staff at the Clinton Center have been trained on how to use them. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
The all-new Lumber One and Design One in West Little Rock is now open. Over 100,000 square feet of hardware, outdoor appliances, a window and door center, and even a drive-through lumber yard. And there's nothing like Design One. This stunning showroom is one place for all your home and design needs, including 12 full kitchens and 9 baths, plus a huge selection of lighting, flooring, countertops, and more at the all-new Lumber One and Design One, now open in West Little Rock.
It's the July 4th Firecracker Blowout Sale. Going on now at Brantford Marine and ATV locations statewide. Sea-Doo season is now. So get on the lake in the Sea-Doo GTI Fish Pro Scout 130 with deep discounts. And with hunting season just around the corner, you must see the 2024 Can-Am Defender XMR HT10. Offered as low as 1.99% for 36 months. Don't miss the July 4th Firecracker Blowout Sale at Brantford Marine and ATV. Selling fun since 1971.
Hello, I'm Craig O'Neill, retired broadcaster. If I was Craig O'Neill, car salesman, I'd enter the transfer portal and try to get on the Genesis of Conway team, a brand new dealership that I'm pretty sure is undefeated, because when you test drive a Genesis, no matter the model, you're sold. Just seeing their dealership and how modern and creative it is and totally devoted to Genesis will sell you. All they need to be geniuses is you. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, see Shelter agent Jeff Hodge or Jay Hellman, Little Rock, or Bo Beavis in Cabot.
Sure, there's plenty of places you can go get your fireworks for your 4th of July celebration, but there's only one Torpedo Joe's Fireworks Superstore, carrying the largest selection in Central Arkansas, from those huge commercial show quality cakes and artillery shells to sparklers and snakes for the kids. Torpedo Joe's has everything. A family-owned business. Their knowledgeable staff can answer all your questions, and they can even provide shopping carts for your convenience. Oh, and the best part, it's all air-conditioned. Torpedo Joe's Fireworks Superstore, just 4.5 miles west on Colonel Glenn past the Rave Theater.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about Bell Chevrolet, we want you to think about family, community, and value. But right now, we also want you to think about Chevy trucks. We are loaded with new Silverados. Whatever you're looking for, we have it ready for you at Bell. Plus, new Tahoes and Suburbans, ready to load up the family for summer. Come see us at Bell Chevrolet, proudly serving Arkansas since 1912. Shop BellChevy.com today. Together, let's drive.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If I can change.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
And you can change.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Everybody can change.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, we'll go to Bo Mattingly here in just a second. We're here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Always great to hang out with Frank Fletcher and Zippy.
Hey, David, let me give a shout-out. Pat Simmons Bryant, small engine repair.
Yes.
Long-time Buzz listener. Came and bought another car from us.
Awesome.
And he's awesome.
Yeah, Pat and his wife Amanda, they do great work. She doesn't get any credit. I've mentioned to you before, she does a lot of knitting of toboggans and scarves that she gives to me to give to Meredith for car tie, for the car tie patients and all that. And Pat is he's a hoot.
He is. He's fun.
He is fun, and that's where I take my Gravely. That's where I take my mold.
Well, one of the things, Frank, is that what's one of the beauties to me about local broadcasting, especially radio. I think radio does it. It's a different animal than TV, and I've done both. Where you've got people who listen to you, and they listen for extended time, not just 5 minutes, not just 10 minutes. You know, our show and our station, what we have TSL, time spent listening, is probably the highest in the state. If not, it's just always up there at either 1 or 2. And it's so cool to go when we were in Hot Springs last night to walk up and said, they know what you talked about yesterday. Yeah. I'm getting ready to tell them. They go, oh, we've already heard you talking about it. Oh, I mean, you know, that, and Frank, you get that. Listen, you know, we were just talking about, you've been on the station for 18 years, I think, and it's a loyal group. Really,
it's amazing how good they listen, how good they remember. I went in. There's a new restaurant now. I'm sorry, I can't tell you the name of it at the private airport at Little Rock. It's absolutely fantastic food. And the gentleman came over and said, you know, the waitress was coming, but he was their owner. I could tell, great friendly face, and he said, "Hey, that's a voice I hear on the radio." You know, I just asked for a Diet Coke, and that's all I had to say. Would you bring me a Diet Coke?
You might as well be an on-air talent for the Buzz. You've been doing it for so long. But
something, you know, I don't know why my voice is recognizable, but people do, if you're on the radio, they're and it's so great when they reference, what you were talking about.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Let's check in with Bo, Josh, if we can.
He's made his mark on college sports media both in Arkansas and around the country. His storytelling abilities on the screen and over the airwaves are unmatched. It's finally time that Bo joins the Mayhem. It's Bo Mattingly.
Good morning, Bo.
Good morning, fellas. I tell you, I've been listening for a while this morning. I just want to thank whoever that is related to Frank for the Corvette that I've been driving around. Appreciate that. It's been great. I've gone all over the state, the pig trail, all of it. It's been fantastic. Really hugs the road in a unique way.
Bo, always great to have you on. This will be the last time because we won't have a show Thursday and Friday, Roger, so we won't talk to Bo next week. What are Bo Mattingly, what are your plans for the July 4th holiday?
I love July 4th, but I still can't get my head around literally blowing up $800. Like setting $800 on fire. Like you go get $400 to $800 worth of fireworks and just blow it up. And that's fun. I've had some experiences in the past where you get that box, and they've got like 40 that go off in there. And if you don't have that thing on the correct surface, like if you've got a little give underneath that thing, like the grass, the first one goes up and the rest of them go sideways.
Yes.
And I just like to hope that nobody else has that happen. Like I did a couple of times over the years with the kids. But, man, the lake, the fireworks, July 4th is always a great day.
Roger will be at Torpedo Joe's. Speaking of fireworks, so it's a tradition almost like we do here at the end of the month. End of the month. That's Zippy hearing himself. That we've been doing that probably for 10 years.
At least, yeah.
And that place is unbelievable, Bo.
It's air conditioned.
It's air conditioned, Frank.
They got baskets.
they got grocery store.
Yes.
Listen, fireworks are a big deal in this country. Yeah. One of my favorite things, Bo, I drove back from Panama City, Florida, to Little Rock 15 years ago, and so I drove back on July 4th. So I was driving back late afternoon, evening, and I was going through all these small towns in Mississippi and in part of Alabama, and it was amazing seeing fireworks go off in all these small towns. They're all pulled up to the Sonic and parking and waiting. It's just part of the fabric of America. I was going to ask you too. We know you've got a great family, you got great kids, Bo. Frank was talking about how tough it was. He lost one of his German Shepherd's Rocket last week. Are you a dog man? We haven't talked to you much about pets. Are you? Do you have any dogs in your circle?
I have had pets over the years. I'm not a big pet person, but I like pets. I'm not a big pet person because it's a long list of responsibilities, starting with taking care of myself. It's very challenging just to get out the door in the morning for me. That's just my own personal battle in life. And then my kids, I love my son. I've talked about Ty a few times. Love doing things with him and all my kids, but we'll go and play golf or something, and right before you go, it's like, hey man, you got any shorts I can wear? And I'm like, I don't know, you're 6'2", I'm 5'6", probably not. Maybe get your, you know what I mean? It's just I have a really good time taking care of myself, and then adding a dog to the mix just seems like a very difficult a challenge for me.
I'm with you. Listen, I respect. Roger's got dogs, Frank's got dogs. Zippy, and I respect it because I think you miss out by not having that connection with a dog. But I'm just like Bo. I can barely handle myself, and that's a challenge to add a pet into it. So I was curious about that. The other thing. Obviously, we saw this week John Calipari, the power of Cal. He was on Pat McAfee this week, and of course he has two more players taken in the first round. That adds up to 29 lottery picks that Calipari has had. And he's also had, 15 first rounders. And these two guys were not even the main players on the team. They were sixth men type of guys, but that's what Coach Cal does, and he continues to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 47 picks at Kentucky that in 14 years. 22 guys that played in the NBA playoffs this year. He doesn't just do draft picks. He has $5 billion worth of NBA players, guys that have made $5 billion with a B NBA contracts. And you know, when he talked about this NIL thing out of the gate, he basically is like, you can talk about NIL, let's talk about NBA. Like, that's life-changing generational wealth that you can accumulate. And he continues to talk about, why not help some more families? You know, he's been doing some national interviews lately, Dan Patrick, Jim Rome, McAfee, and this has been his career. I mean, he has gone and gotten families, which is how he talks about it, to the NBA and changed lives. And so you know that out of the gate. You know, Kentucky fans like to talk about how many national championships he didn't win. You know, when you get into the postseason, whether it's baseball, we saw it this year with Van Horn not going as far as everybody thought they would. You know, Vitello goes on and wins the national championship at Kentucky, has a lot of great things to say, or at Tennessee, has a lot of great things to say about Van Horn. My thing is, when you get into postseason, we just ask, like, if you're rooting for a team, I think you should just ask for them to be relevant and be there every year. Be relevant all year. Have great players that you know have a chance. When it gets into the postseason, anything can happen. But that's what Cal's going to do every year. You're going to have players that are fun to watch, and when you get into a one-game scenario in a tournament, you don't know what's going to happen, but you're going to be there every year with a chance to make a deep run. And that, obviously, he is the king of draft picks. And he calls it, I think, graduation night, the NBA draft every year.
We were talking earlier in the week, Frank, I don't know if you know this, the SEC Media Days is 2 weeks away. So it's 1 week after July 4th, and I'll be going down there. Roger will stay here, and we'll do the show back and forth that way. But I've been going to that, I can't remember how many years now, probably about 13 or something. But it's even bigger this year because you got Texas and Oklahoma. Of course, the first one we have to go to Dallas, of course, with the year Texas comes in. So it's going to be – that's always a crazy time, Bo, but it'll be even more nuts because Oklahoma and Texas are in it. But I asked earlier in the week. Right now, it's early. It's early. If you could just pick one team, one win, and guarantee it this year, who would it be? Frank, I'll start with you. You got LSU, Texas, A&M, Missouri, Ole Miss. But if you can only guarantee one, and you know I'm going to get one win, which game would you pick?
Not SEC. I'm going to guarantee you Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, okay. Which would be a big win on the road. Bo, what about you? Oh, go ahead, Frank.
I want to give Bo a chance to. I was with Bo when we sat with Taylor Green. I wanted to have the audience hear Bo's what he saw, what he thinks about the young man, how nice a young man he is, and what his comments about Taylor Green, our new quarterback.
Well, I think when people get to know Taylor, they're going to be blown away. But from an athlete standpoint, he's going to make up a lot of the quarterback position that didn't exist last year for a variety of reasons. And that's no shot at KJ Jefferson, who had some great moments for Arkansas. And I think will do incredibly well with Gus Malzahn at UCF. But Taylor, I was told yesterday that in the last 5 to 7 years, and maybe dating back further, that somebody was walking through the football building and saw Taylor Green in the offensive staff meeting room, not the quarterback meeting room, the offensive staff meeting room, which is on another floor, and where the offensive staff meets and has everything broken down on the walls and all this stuff. And he's the first quarterback ever seen in that room holding a meeting. And the leadership that this guy has brought to the table, just beyond the quarterback position, I think this team wants to play with Taylor Green. And the kind of person he is and what he's come here for is about winning and improving his game. And doing that with Bobby Petrino is going to be something that I don't want to hype it and then have us all have something expected and then we get disappointed again. Razorback fans are way too used to that. But I'm just telling you, as a person, I think Arkansas fans are going to love watching him play. And he's so athletic and so fun. You know, I was reminded this week, and I'll get back to your question back.
Yeah, I got time. Go ahead.
But this week, we had a night where we maybe didn't watch the whole game, but if you watch the end of the Stanley Cup Finals Game 7, Panthers and Oilers, right after watching the College World Series third and final game, you basically had 2 Game 7s, two championship moments. So somebody was going to win, somebody is going to lose, and you look at the celebration and the dejection of these two events. And all of a sudden, all the money goes away. Nobody cares about who's making what. Yeah. You're watching this. You don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even cross your mind. You just see guts, determination, emotion. Like Edmonton had left every single thing they had. And you could see it all over their faces. I mean, they were just spent. And to me, that's success. Like when you've given, that's the reason we fell in love with sports. Because it's just give everything you have, and somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose, but you can live with giving every single thing you had. And I just watched that play out, and I thought, man, well, that's the kind of person that I see with Taylor, and I've really enjoyed being around him. And when it comes to wins this year, man, it's hard to guarantee a win outside of the SEC because we know, or inside of the league because we know how good everybody is. But look, Arkansas fans, I think, will appreciate any SEC win we have this year. I don't know if anybody appreciates anything more than beating a Texas or an LSU. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
is
there a better
Texas? Yeah, they're a good program now too, Bo. It's not like the Texas of a few years ago that was not in the top 25. You got a top 10 Texas team now. They're back. You get that win, it would really be nice, and it's at home. Of course, here's the other thing we talked about, Frank, the other day. Typically, historically, that game is in October. When I played up there, I always realized it was a big deal because the second week of October. This thing is not until November. Crap, it's the next, I think, third to the last game that they play. So what'll be interesting to see is where this team is at that point. You're still playing decent ball.
Frank's pick is so important. Yeah. Like that Oklahoma State game, I just think could have a massive impact on the way everybody feels about the team and the state, which, whether we like it or not, impacts the team to some extent. But the team, it used to be, remember they played Alabama about the same time every year? That was such a big game before Saban got there. It was such a big game, kind of tell you what kind of season it was going to be. And I feel like the Oklahoma State game, you can always rally and whatever later in the year, but I just think that's going to be a big moment for this fall. So if Frank's picking that one, I think we all should go and watch it happen. We can't stand on the sideline because they have no room on the sidelines over there. I did a show with Oklahoma State. It's the smallest sideline, like between the sideline and the stands in the country. It's got to be.
Now that's
by the way, just a little fun fact for you.
Yeah, what you've done, Bo, for Arkansas with Hogs Plus. You've actually done that. You helped Oklahoma State do that over there. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, they have something called OSU Max.
Okay.
OSU Max is their version. It's at a few places: Mississippi State, South Carolina, Baylor, just to name a few. But OSU Max. It's about a 2 hour 45-minute drive from Fayetteville to Stillwater.
Yeah, that's the other thing I think that'll help us. That's an 11 o'clock start, Frank, where the fans don't get to. Of course, they don't get to party and tailgate. Of course, we don't get to do that probably for Texas. That game right now looks like an 11 o'clock kick, so we don't get to enjoy the whole part of Texas Day. Before I let you go, Bo, we are sort of excited because on this show we talk a lot about movies, and we have a very well-known actor named Roger Scott who's been
Bo knows.
So tonight, and I guess it actually started last night. You've got Horizon by Kevin Costner. Is a lot of people, and he seems to be. And the guys have done great work over the years. What's up?
And westerns.
Yeah, and you're a storyteller, Bo. What is your go-to number one western movie of all time?
Oh man, I like Tombstone. Some of the old ones. I'm trying to think of what some of the newer ones. But Kevin Costner's great in those movies that he plays in. I mean, Yellowstone was a great series, by the way. I really enjoyed.
Yes,
Yellowstone.
Thank you.
I haven't watched a western in a hot minute. I haven't.
They don't make it much. They don't make it much anymore.
Well, if this becomes successful, somebody's going to want to capitalize on that and maybe do another one. True Grit was probably the last one we saw.
Yeah.
Would you all consider Django a Western? It's because Tarantino said he made it as a Western.
Yeah.
It's sort of a
lot of horse riding. So yeah,
I'll tell you another remake that was great. Roger is 3:10 to Yuma.
Yeah, you've always liked that one,
who was in that? Christian Bale and
Crowe.
And Russell Crowe. That is really, of course, you're the storyteller, Bo. You're the storyteller, so you would appreciate that one.
Well, there's a few of them from that have come out from up in Bo's area with U.S. Marshals because of that. With my gosh, what's our guy's name?
Oh my gosh, that's why True Grit. It was all that.
Correct.
The Marshal Museum in Fort Smith it starts with a B. And he's actually a black. He's a black. He was a black man. He was.
I can't tell you that.
And that terrible, very embarrassing.
What's the name of it, Bo? You've got to know.
I don't remember what you're talking about. I was just thinking through these to come up with a better answer, and I was reminded of Clint Eastwood.
Bass Reeves.
Bass Reeves.
Yeah,
yes. That's where the statue is at the U.S. Marshals Museum.
Yeah, it's a black marshal that was in Fort Smith.
Oh, Fort Smith. Fort Smith.
Yes, I'm sorry, Bo. Yeah.
Bo, listen, man, we hope you have a great holiday next week. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to seeing what you're going to be doing this summer, the storytelling of Taylor Green. Maybe you come down here and do something on Roger.
Yeah,
I think
maybe you go to an animal shelter and do something on pets.
I think, a day in the life of Roger sounds like.
Why do you open up this can with Bo?
Yeah,
he's such a cerebral guy that he could insult me, and I would think that's a compliment. Why do you
What time does the day start and what time does it end? Just let me know.
Listen, Bo could
keep filming.
I tell you,
anybody, if you need somebody to spin something on the positive side, you get Bo to do some video and some great editing.
I think Bo could follow around Frank for about 2-3 weeks.
I'd watch that docu-series.
I'll tell you, if you follow Frank, Bo, and Zippy, you would agree with this. Come in and watch Frank do his Saturday morning pep talks. He comes in, Bo, and he's got the sales staff here in Sherwood, and he's got cash, big piles of cash in his hand, and he gives the incentives.
Money talks.
Yes.
You'd be going to David's Burgers.
We'll intercut it.
Yeah, that would be.
We'll intercut Frank's life and Roger's life, the juxtapose of the two, and maybe we'll call it like While He Sleeps. Maybe that'll be the name of it.
Why could we just let it go at him not watching Western?
Bo, it's good to talk to you.
Thanks, Bo. Have a good one, buddy.
Too,
Thanks,
Bo.
Hey, y'all have a great holiday.
See you, Bo.
All right. We'll take a break, come back, and hear the deal of the day. Yeah, listen, if anybody can tell a story about the young man that you've helped get here, the quarterback, and Bo will do a good job with it. Okay. Yeah, the question will be, I'm not worried about Taylor Green. I just hope the rest of the team delivers. Taylor Green is going to be a difference maker for this team.
The receivers are going to be great. That's, and I think the first team offensive line is going to be great. I don't know from that point.
Well, if they're not blocking for Taylor, will you get angry? maybe so. The good thing about Taylor, if they struggle up front, he'll have a better chance. Even though KJ was a runner, that offense they had last year did not highlight like it did years before with KJ.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino will give him a chance to make sure he's going to be tough to stop.
I say that Taylor Green will score as many touchdowns with his legs as he will with his arms.
I don't doubt that a bit. All right, don't go away. They're making deals here from now until Monday night. If you've been thinking about making a deal on a vehicle, now's the time. We'll come back and hear the deals of the weekend. Don't go away.
Listen every Wednesday when RJ Hawk joins his old buddies on Morning Mayhem. Presented by Natural State Wholesale Flooring. See everything that Natural State Wholesale has to offer at naturalstatewholesale.com.
This is SportsCenter
It was a rough night for the U.S. men's national team in soccer. They lost 2-1 last night against Panama in the second of their 3 opening round games in the 2024 Copa America. The 2-1 loss was propelled by a 18th-minute Timothy Weah red card for shoving a Panamanian player. Lauren Balogun did pull the U.S. ahead with a 22nd-minute goal, but Panama scored twice, once in the 26th minute and then once at the 83rd minute, and were able to hold on despite picking up their own red card in the 88th minute. The U.S. will try and find a way through to the second round of the tournament when they take on Uruguay on Monday. The United States need a win to guarantee they make it into the following round. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly sunny and hotter today. Here in Little Rock, we'll get up to 95 degrees, and the heat index could climb over 100 today. Tonight, a warmer night, only the mid-70s with a mostly clear sky. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Want to get in on the conversation? Shoot us a text at the D3 Auto Sales text line at 501-614-1037. D3 Auto Sales in Desart, the #1 independent dealer in the state, with the best prices and largest selection on pre-owned vehicles, including leveled and lifted trucks. Find them on Facebook. Whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, from high school to the pros, hit us up on the D3 Auto Sales text line.
The all-new Lumber One and Design One in West Little Rock is now open. Over 100,000 square feet of hardware, outdoor appliances, a window and door center, and even a drive-through lumber yard. And there's nothing like Design One. This stunning showroom is one place for all your home and design needs, including 12 full kitchens and 9 baths, plus a huge selection of lighting, flooring, countertops, and more. At the all-new Lumber One and Design One, now open in West Little Rock.
Saracen Casino's recent giveaways include a Corvette, a Porsche, and a Mustang Dark Horse. And this week, we keep on giving, featuring BMW's Super Hot Z4 Roadster from BMW of Little Rock. Only Saracen Casino is giving away a BMW Z4 convertible tomorrow night. Play and rack up entries today and tomorrow for your chance to win a beautiful Z4 Roadster from BMW and Saracen Casino Resort.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
In real estate, it's all about the amenities. I should know. I'm an agent.
At Hyundai, all of our models offer first-class features, like Android Auto, an available Bose premium audio system, heated front and rear seats, and wireless device charging.
It's like an upscale home on wheels in here.
It's your journey. Own every mile.
Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson, or pay only $299 a month after down payment. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end 7/1/24. Call 469-613-0227 for details.
What's going on, everyone? DJ Williams here with The Buzz, and we got a nice Friday lineup for you. Zach Gillum's going to be on, thanks to Oaklawn. All things you need to know when it comes to any bet that you might be interested on. Tom Murphy, all things Razorbacks, as always. And Philip Martin for the Arkansas Democrat Gazette is going to be with us as well. It's going to be a nice show. Make sure you tune in. 10 a.m., The Zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
Can't listen to the radio? Don't worry. You can catch Morning Mayhem live every day. Just download the 1037 The Buzz app.
That's not Henley there. Shut it. That is Hotel California by Roger Scott. We were here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Our man Josh getting ready to go on a little vacay for a week. Raj, how about that? You excited about that, Josh?
Reevaluate his position here.
I'm very excited to go on vacation. I have not seen my dad in a while, so I get to see my friends back home, who I've not seen in a very long time, and also I get to see my family. So. Very excited.
It's time for a break for you.
I feel like I've been going for a while. I can't remember the last time I've been home. So
No, well, good for you. We are here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. RJ Hawk just showed up. RJ will visit with in just a second. Did want to say a couple things. One of the reasons I brought that up, Frank, and we're going to get to the deals of the day in a second, about you losing your German Shepherd. Part of this show is people get to know who you are. And they've heard about Rocket, all the stories about Rocket that, obviously translating into horses and all that. But that's one of the reasons I brought that up. And here's another one. Sincere condolences to Mr. Fletcher. I've had 3 German Shepherds, sweet dogs, and been a really tough week for you losing number 3 Rocket. But you also added a grandbaby into the Fletcher family. Was that this week or was that last week?
Last week.
Great grandbaby?
My oldest grandson, Jacob, and his wife live in Ocala, and they've had their first baby. And so my wife leaves me high and dry with no supper or anything, goes flying there because she was.
Is that the first grade? Or is that the second grade?
First grade.
First grade.
She said, I got to get down there. I said, well, just wait till tomorrow. You don't have to go tonight. May have that baby tonight. Anyway, Judy's crazy about kids, all our kids. And so anyway, they're happy. And, unfortunately, Judy was gone when Rocket was sick at the end. So I was at my house by myself. I hadn't cried much in my adult life, but I spent 2 or 3 days of really, really crying. And I tell you, crying is a terrible thing, I guess, but it also helps.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to think that I don't understand the difference between losing a dog and losing, a family member or something like that. It's a different deal altogether, but it still hurts. And but anyway. So we got some new joy in the family.
Yeah.
And
maybe that timing was a positive in the sense that you get to add a new baby to the family.
Yeah.
Now I know you guys got to get to work as far as so what's happening? What's the deal of the weekend that we need to know about?
Well, one really nice thing that can really help you out is 90 days to first payment. So
90 days to first.
So they can get you 3 months with no payment. So that's nice.
Yes.
And the state of Arkansas gave you 60 days now to pay your sales tax. So you got another extra 30 days to do that.
Thank you, RJ.
You could save a little bit of money for quite a bit of time. You also got, for the first time and forever, is a Jeep Wrangler. They're the number 2 holding resale value vehicle out there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Number 2.
So you get $5,000 off right now. So I got about 7 or 8 in stock. So we can do $5,000 off of those. And then your heavy duty customers, you still got a really good deal going on, and that's gas engine or diesel engine, single wheel or dually, or 2,500 or 3,500. Usually those are working men. They own businesses. We can do up to $9,000 off of those, and I've got every color, every trim level, just about anything you want. I think I got 25 of them out here. We've really grown our heavy duty business.
Hey, listen, when you're knocking on the door of 5-figure discounts, 4 figures, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, but when you're knocking 8, 9 on the door, $8, $9, $10,000 off, that's significant.
Yeah, we get a little help from the manufacturer, and then Frank's doubling that help.
And another thing is, most people are upside down now because of COVID. They bought the cars during COVID. Cars were very high. We are getting people out of being upside down. So,
yes.
If you're upside down, you don't think you have a chance to trade, come out and see us, or you can go to
FletcherDeals.com.
FletcherDeals.com. There's a credit application which you can fill out, and we can tell you before you ever come to the store how we can help you. So you don't have to, come see us. We'd love for you to come see us, but you can do it all online. A lot of people don't know, or we don't mention enough, that we have 3 of these stores. So we have a store in Jonesboro and we have a store in Joplin. So when he says he has 8 or 10 of this or that, we actually have 3 times that many. So It takes us, like a half a day to get a car here. And I want to mention that, most people know that we're at the end of the Charger Challenger product.
End of the road.
End of the road. We were sitting here looking at
yeah, love those. It's hard to believe.
What do you call this?
Scat Pack.
Scat Pack, which is
Daddy.
Really if I was about 18, 19, or 20, that's what I'd be driving. This is a beautiful red car and has a very big, hotter engine than the Hemi engine in the truck. It's got a 6.4 liter, very fast engine in it. And you're not going to be able to buy anymore. So if you took this car home and you had a garage or you had an office you could just store this in, this car will be worth more than it's worth right now in a few years, because it's like anything else. When they're gone, they're gone. And if you keep them in great shape, you're gonna have a car that's a good investment.
Now, are you guys doing it? And RJ, you can grab that mic over there. Are you guys still doing the deal? If you buy a vehicle, you get a meal at Riverfront, or is that old school?
We don't have any automatic deal for that, but people ask us, and we try to accommodate.
Well, have you run it past your spokesperson, Double R?
I don't talk to Mr. Fletcher about those deals. I go straight to Miss Judy. She turns off on it before she does anything else. We love her. She's the best. You're the man, Mr. Frank, and of course, the zipper as well.
The zipper.
We do it.
Well, Double R just got back from a cruise.
Yeah, and I called him and said, how was it? And he went. He told me all about it, which I really wanted to hear. He had as great a vacation as I've ever heard anybody report.
Wow.
And I said, well, let me tell you something. Me and David just had a little cruise.
We did.
And so he he went to Alaska, which I've never been, and he told me about, how wonderful it was, and he really had a great time. So anybody that knows him should get the details. But I want to tell you a quick story about David BAZZEL, which, I'm sure you've talked about this on the air, but David on our cruise meets a 100-year-old woman. 100 years old on a cruise now. She has a little scooter outside of her. I walk by her room every day trying to peek in and see what she was doing, because I didn't know who's dressing her. She was dressed to the nines.
Yeah, she was.
She'd come out to the pool, and she had 4 or 5 bracelets on each arm.
She did.
And so David goes over and goes, how are you? And she says, I'm 100 years old. I'm a travel agent. And she goes for multi-weeks. She doesn't go for 1 week.
She is
so I'll let David tell a little more about it. But she was the most remarkable thing I've ever seen on a cruise boat.
Yeah, she
held court. About 8 or 9 people. She wanted a different crew every morning for her to tell her story.
And she would repeat them a lot of times. She would, you remember her claim to fame that she would always say? She goes, well, it was me, because of me, that every airport in America, RJ, you'll appreciate this as a legislator, every airport in America has a defibrillator there because her husband down in Miami died of a heart attack, and there was no defibrillator in there, so she went to Congress to get it done. So every day we would come out, and I forget what her name was, and I would say, good morning, and I said, we need to get you on the radio show. She goes, well, the first thing I'm going to talk about is what I did to get defibrillators in the day. And then she was a travel agent for many, many years. Yeah.
Well, but the crew, I just kept saying, well, I bet they hate her being on this boat. Well, they didn't. They loved her being, and she's been on that boat many times. This wasn't her first.
Yeah, oh yeah, she was a regular.
So she's on that, and so at night, we would look for her in the different restaurants, and she would be, dressed to the nines every night in a different outfit. So I never did see like who helped her. Helped her. But buddy, she was sharp. Mine was.
And of course, that's where we met Paul Lills' daughter. That we had no idea. And they go, "Where are you from?" I said, "From Arkansas." They go, "Have you ever heard of a guy named Paul Lills?" I said, "Have I?" And so that was a really neat deal. I will say this about people have asked me about the cruise, Raj and RJ. And
there's not been a lot of stories on your end from the cruise.
We're still waiting on the wheelchair story.
Shut up.
You didn't give us that one.
Is that people have asked me, and I've said, it's my first one. I enjoyed it. It was something different. My favorite part of it, really, was just spending time around you. Because here's what Frank Fletcher. I'm not going to say how old I think Frank Fletcher is. I don't know what the numbers are. He's a little bit older than me. But this sucker, once it got time to like 10 o'clock, hey, I gotta go get on the phone and start finding out what my numbers are for the cars. Zippy,
Frank works every day.
Every day. He's in the middle of the Caribbean or wherever we are, Bahamas or whatever. And Frank, of course, I've got my computer out there. Of course, it's so hot, my computer's overheating. But Frank would take off, and you were
Yeah, I have to run my business no matter where I am in the world. I feel like I do. Maybe some people say I don't. But, I like to keep my finger on the trigger.
Yeah, he was every day.
That's what I do. I mean, that's fun. That's not work. But we had a fabulous time. When you can visit for hours without interruption and enjoy the conversation, get in. We go get David. We all got in the pool, and the pool was pretty warm, and so of course it wasn't deep. So we were standing in the pool, and we had a cocktail, and the head guy comes out. So we know him. We're waving at him, telling him what a great time. He said, "We're having such a great time. Get out of the pool with those glasses."
Oh, he did. We got trouble in there. And Frank wasn't there when I jumped in to save the larger older woman. You weren't there.
Oh yeah. This lady couldn't get up the steps.
She fell back.
So she fell back, and she weighed between 500 and 1,000 pounds, somewhere in that neighborhood. And David got underneath her to go on his shoulders to help her up the ladder.
Like a Baywatch moment for you.
RJ,
and then David, after she got out and was so thrilled that she was alive, and David was breathing like an elephant, and he said, "Ma'am, I owe you an apology. I didn't mean to touch your rear like that." She said, "You had to push it to get it up the ladder."
Yeah, she didn't mind, but that was my Baywatch moment of the deal. So it was hashtag blessed. But maybe we need to do, Roger. Maybe I see just listening to this conversation, you see what's all coming together. Frank, Double R, Buzz, Cruz.
It is great if we can go back to the land of the midnight sun.
The land of the midnight sun?
Alaska. I got a spot. We can look for gold.
By the way, too, later on we'll hear you talk about your specials at Riverfront too, I would imagine.
Sure.
We'll hear the latest with RJ Hawk. Look at RJ with his fancy Realty One group.
Look at him. Reality.
I'm trying to get into it's not reality. It's reality. It's reality.
I keep getting confused.
It's not your reality show.
It's not. It's not.
If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037 is the number. They're doing deals here at Fletcher Dodge all weekend through Monday night. Call them and make a deal this weekend. David BAZZEL here for Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. At Jones & Son, when you shop for an engagement ring, you get the benefit of shopping with the largest selection of rings in Central Arkansas. Jones & Son also carries the biggest brands in the business. At Jones & Son, shop their new collection of Jones & Son branded engagement rings. These Jones & Son rings are high quality at a fraction of the price. They're also fully customizable. They can modify any design to suit your needs. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road. And of course, they've been there for over 35 years. Same address, same phone number for over 3 decades. Finding the perfect piece of jewelry to match the occasion can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be, and it's not at Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Find the right diamonds for that special occasion. Jones & Son invites you to come by and shop with them in person or online at jonesandson.com. Owners Darrow and Jacob Jones are the best father-son jewelry team in America. Tell them the guys at Morning Mayhem sent you. Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road.
Hey, Raj, have you checked out Scoops in Little Rock? The new homemade ice cream spot with the drive-thru? Yep, it's amazing. Right. They've got coffee, cookies, pastries, and breakfast sandwiches, all local brands. We know about Scoops' one-of-a-kind ice cream, but the Blackberry Market scones, the killer croissantery breakfast sandwiches, and for me, the Lava's coffee. And they're open 365 days a year, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., which is perfect morning coffee for me and a late-night ice cream run for you. Gotta love it. I'm going to be there every day, Raj. Scoops at the corner of Broadway and 3rd in downtown Little Rock. Come taste the best.
White glove service. Sounds fancy, right? In a way, it is. Fancy like having your own personal payroll person from the payroll company. Someone to help you when business is booming, but you've got 1,000 things to take care of and don't have time to tackle everything. That's why people partner with the payroll company, because everything is integrated, from hire to retire, and everything in between. When you want something fancy without a fancy price, pick the payroll company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com to learn more.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
Do you know what's even better than a doe steak and tamales? Doe steak and tamales on our dog-friendly patio. So come on down Monday through Friday 11 to 2 for lunch and Monday through Saturday 5 to 9 for dinner. Doe's is at the corner of Ringo and Markham in downtown Little Rock, where we are locally owned and operated for over 36 years. And don't forget, Doe's Eat Place for goodness steaks.
When you get on a bike, you got to watch out for gravel, potholes, and knucklehead drivers.
But after a crash, here's what you got to watch out for. Insurance adjusters. They can be tough on injured bikers.
They might try to pin the blame on you or pay you less than you deserve.
So if you've been injured, here's what you should do.
Call the lawyers who look out for bikers. That's Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton. Motorcycle crash? Call Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton. Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888. Non-lawyer spokesperson.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Trey Reed here from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz, inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me Tuesday nights at 7.
Brought to you by West Rock Landing at Lake Maumelle. All about tire and brake, Edwards Food Giant, Battery Outfitters, Trader Bill's Outdoors, and Fish On Custom Rods.
It's the Wild Side, Tuesday nights at 7 on 103.7 The Buzz.
Want to see our beautiful faces? Catch Morning Mayhem streaming live every day on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Just search 103.7 The Buzz.
They bury him, throw him down there. Nobody's gonna. Wolves are gonna eat him.
Did they really?
What do you think? I made dances with wolves. Eating up wolves.
Did they really brand? Did they brand this?
Oh yeah.
If you're part of the race, they
you get branded right on your side. It burns. It burns.
So everybody there.
They don't even put gauze pad or anything on it. You just everybody brands. If you want to get that brand, then you're in for life. It's almost it's almost Cosa Nostra. What we doing?
You'll see Kevin Costner tonight. Actually, apparently it opened up last night, Raj.
Soft opening, was it?
Soft opening, yes.
Let's see if my wife will go to the movies this weekend.
Here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, hanging out with Frank Fletcher and Chris Zender. Zippy, either you go by either. So it's always great to be here. End of the month sale. As you heard us say a minute ago, they're going to do a deal. They're going to make you happy, and you just got to get by here. RJ Hawk joins us also too. RJ, good morning.
How are you guys?
Hi, Robert. Great to see you. RJ Frank he's sort of like he's flexible. He's our flex guy,
utility guy.
Yeah, utility guy. So he has different days where he can show up on the different shows.
Frank, it may be a Monday one week, and then Baz calls and says, "Can you do Wednesday this week?" And then, yeah, sure. What about Friday next week? Yeah, sure.
but happen to be. I said we're going to be over here, so he always likes coming by.
Yeah, I always like swinging by here. So I'm trying to work out a deal with Zippy, maybe possible to get a new truck.
Well, hey, one thing about Basil, he's the only person that I haven't been in contact with that sends me voice messages.
Ah, yes.
You get voice messages?
Literally, I text thousands of people, and the only person that sends a voice text, and it's not through the voice text on the texter, he goes into voice memo mode and then sends a text that way. So then you got to go into it. But if it's a 4-minute voice text, it will time out, and then it will stop itself, and the screen will go blank, and you have to go back and re-listen to the very front of it.
He's recording.
If I ever figure out how to do that, if I ever figure out how to do what he does, I'll be talking to people all the time.
I'm telling you, if there's nothing like at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, phone ding, David BAZZEL, voice text.
I have to tell you all.
And it's always, hey guys, I'm right here with my computer right now.
Frank, when he was on the cruise, I got one that says, Josh, 4:55 here local time. And this is in the morning, 4:55 a.m. He goes, I'm the only person on this damn boat who's awake right now, but I'm sending it to me anyway. And I'm like, go enjoy yourself, but he just can't help himself.
Yes. Roger, I've been doing the listen, I can talk faster than I can type. So
because nobody's going to interrupt you either. Like, that you can. It's
that's
a
great point.
conversation that you don't have to have any talk back.
That is true.
I know that when I was doing the show, Roger and I would come in about the same time, and we would compare notes on your voice text at 4:00 in the morning that you would send at midnight.
Yes, well, that's this. I do have done that quite a bit. That's one of my favorite things on the iPhone. I was looking at our text line here. It says we started out online with Fletcher and bought 2 cars at once, which we really needed. But didn't think we could. Hats off to Dee and Rob on the pre-owned side. They are a rare breed in car sales.
Yeah, that's our husband and wife team. They've been with us forever.
Dee and Rob are a married couple that work in our pre-owned, and they, you know what they are? They're good listeners. Instead of talkers, they listen to what you want and what you need and how you want it. And good listeners is a great salesperson.
Yeah. We were at Oaklawn last night. I want to say thanks to all the folks who came. A big crowd always at the Mainline Sports Bar. This will be the last time you do that for
That was the last one
weeks,
until
right?
the end of, there's the private parties. I'll do that. But for the unwashed masses, it'll be the 25th of July is when we'll open it back up.
When does the comedy show start?
That's the 17th. Thank you for bringing that up. July 17th, Wednesday, starting something new. We'll see if it's the beginning of more to come. The Looney Bin here in Little Rock has hooked up with Oaklawn. So in Pop's Lounge on the 17th, 2 shows, 7 o'clock and 9:30. 3 of Arkansas's biggest comedians will be on stage. $5 will get you a seat right there in front of the stage. $10 will get you a seat at a table.
And Frank, we were just talking about last night. We were over there with Wayne Smith. You've gotten to know Wayne, and I know you have a mutual appreciation and respect for each other, and doing some business over there. And the great thing is Roger now, we're doing commercials for them. We had a great relationship, and looking forward to this fall. I did predictions on the games last year, on point spreads and all that. It was the first time I'd ever done it. Josh on our show, it does that more than anybody. And you've done it for a long time. You feel comfortable, but looking forward to expanding that.
Yeah, man.
Also, we were talking about we're working just sort of behind the scenes. RJ knows that we do this for the Broyles Award. The Broyles Award is going over to Oaklawn. So is the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame banquet, and part of that is Wayne's vision to understand that he knows it's good for business. And one of the things we love selling, the fact that we're telling these coaches, hey, it's a new era in the Broyles Award. It's going to be held at Oaklawn. By the way, if you don't know about Oaklawn, we throw out Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Ty Cobb, all the greats, several of the other ones. And then the other part is that also American Pharoah, Triple Crown winner, Mystic Dan, Kentucky Derby winner.
And by the way, your wives are going to love it because of the entertainment that's there, the Astral Spa that you speak of, all of those things. It has. Listen, we were talking about it on the way home last night, how exciting it's going to be this year for that.
Look, I know you guys.
I just want to comment on the hotel Judy and I stayed there recently. It's one of the nicest hotels I've ever been in anywhere in the United States. It's just the staff there is so friendly. The food is fantastic, but the rooms are fantastic. You don't even have to. If you're there when racing's going on or when they're there, you can go look out your window and they're, working horses but the facility, the spa, the lounges they have a lot of lounges in different places that you can enjoy a drink, but fantastic people at Oaklawn. That's what I like to think about our hotel. The people make the difference. It's an old saying, but everywhere we go in life, you walk in and nobody cares whether you're there or not, but when somebody approaches you and says, "Can I help you?" and they mean it, you go back there. That's what I'd like to think about for every business we have. If you just show some kindness to people, you're going to separate yourself from everybody else.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Did you see, by the way, Nikki Glaser, who is the hottest female comedian in America, is coming to Oaklawn?
No, I didn't see that.
Yes. That I was like,
I will be at that.
Yeah, she was at the Tom Brady roast. I don't know if you guys watched that. And she is edgy.
Oh, she's awesome.
She is edgy. So, obviously one of these days that'll be Roger up there doing
No. I don't.
don't want to get close to the stage when you have those people because they like to pick on people.
I know they do.
I think Roger needs to be the opener for Nikki.
No. I'm the MC for this. It's a stand-up comedian. It's a tough gig, and you've got to be somebody. And I am in awe of anybody that does that.
I only got a few seconds to go before we go to break. What are your hours for the restaurants over the weekend and next week for July 4th? It's pretty much the same? Or?
Well, we won't be open on July the 4th.
So both your restaurants?
For Benihana or Steakhouse. But while you bring it up, we did not do it last night because we had the county judges are all at our hotel, thank goodness. But tonight we are having buy one, get one on the prime rib for tonight. So that's not been announced anywhere else. So you guys at the hotel, I just announced it. So if you want to have dinner for $15 a piece, it's $29. Buy one, get one. I don't know where else you can have a great dinner.
It's great.
$15.
Buy one, get one, take one.
Please make a reservation. 371-9000. 371-9000. Make a reservation for tonight, and you can have a wonderful dinner. We'd love to see you.
RJ Hall can hang out one more second.
Yeah.
Do you want to thank Natural State Wholesale for $1,000? RJ, $1,000.
So it'll be another 6 months before you get it laid down.
Let's get
right?
in. 8 o'clock.
Hey folks, Trey Johnson here with HJ Trailer Sales in Hot Springs. HJ Trailer Sales is here for all your trailer needs. We can handle any of your repairs and parts for trailers, steel or aluminum. Need a trailer but times are tough? We have financing options for everyone. Like a special on all air tow trailers, only $100 a month payment for the first 3 months. Family owned and operated. Check us out today at hjtrailersales.com or on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about Bell Chevrolet, we want you to think about family, community, and value. But right now, we also want you to think about Chevy trucks. We are loaded with new Silverados. Whatever you're looking for, we have it ready for you at Bell. Plus, new Tahoes and Suburbans, ready to load up the family for summer. Come see us at Bell Chevrolet, proudly serving Arkansas since 1912. Shop BellChevy.com today. Together, let's drive.
Now you can watch all your favorite Buzz shows, streaming live on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter pages. 1037 The Buzz, your multimedia fun and game station.
This is Larry Culpepper, the inventor of the college football playoff. When I'm in Arkansas, I always listen to 1037 The Buzz. Ice cold, Dr. Pepper, help!
Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Racing Commission awarded Cherokee Nation Entertainment the Pope County Casino project. The commission says Cherokee Nation submitted the only application that completed all the steps. Final permits still need to be acquired, but after that, the company plans to have the project finished in 18 months. The Legends Casino and Resort will be built on Interstate 40 near Russellville. It'll be 50,000 square feet and will feature a hotel, restaurants, and an outdoor concert venue. State leaders are doing what they can to ensure people are prepared to handle a life-saving emergency. The Clinton Presidential Center is placing overdose kits around the building. There are a total of 6 kits on site. Each one has naloxone and other life-saving resources. The staff at the Clinton Center have been trained on how to use them. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
The Rock City Margarita Festival and the Great Arkansas Beer Festival returns to the State House Convention Center on Saturday, July 20th. Tickets are $40, and you can find out more at 1037thebuzz.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly sunny and hotter today. Here in Little Rock, we'll get up to 95 degrees, and the heat index could climb over 100 today. Tonight, a warmer night, only the mid-70s with a mostly clear sky. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drop Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
Hey, it's David BAZZEL for Edwards Food Giant. On Morning Mayhem, we love talking about family-owned businesses here in Arkansas, and that includes Edwards Food Giant, the meat people. For the past 60 years, the Edwards family has been taking care of Arkansans with grocery stores across the state, and even after 6 decades, they are continuing to grow. But if you ask my mother, Mama Baz, it's not the number of stores in the Edwards Food Giant chain or their amazing meat and deli departments. For her, it's simple, customer service. It's now become one of her favorite places to shop just because of the way she's treated. Of course, the prices are always outstanding at Edwards, and the stores are always immaculate. Then you throw in new additions like curbside pickup and their great website, edwardsfoodgiant.com. It all adds up to make the Edwards experience easy and rewarding. Speaking of rewards, you can also shop, earn, and save with the Edwards Reward Program. Ask about it the next time you visit or read about it online at edwardsfoodgiant.com. And just like a great Arkansas family-owned business, Edwards also loves to give back to their community. Find the Edwards Food Giant nearest you today.
Saracen Casino's recent giveaways include a Corvette, a Porsche, and a Mustang Dark Horse. And this week we keep on giving, featuring BMW's Super Hot Z4 Roadster from BMW of Little Rock. Only Saracen Casino is giving away a BMW Z4 convertible tomorrow night. Play and rack up entries today and tomorrow for your chance to win a beautiful Z4 Roadster from BMW and Saracen Casino Resort.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
I need your attention. Clark Power is looking for licensed journeymen or apprentice electricians to fill current openings. Starting pay for journeyman electricians is $28 per hour. The starting pay for apprentice electricians is $15 per hour and includes a 5% raise after each semester or apprentice school completed along with required OJT hours. Clark Power will even cover your school costs. Clark Power will pay 100% of your health insurance and will match your 401k contributions. Email careers@clarkpower.com or call 501-558-4901 for more information. We need you at Clark Power.
The all-new Lumber One and Design One in West Little Rock is now open. Over 100,000 square feet of hardware, outdoor appliances, a window and door center, and even a drive-through lumber yard. And there's nothing like Design One. This stunning showroom is one place for all your home and design needs, including 12 full kitchens and 9 baths, plus a huge selection of lighting, flooring, countertops, and more. At the all-new Lumber One and Design One, now open in West Little Rock.
It's the Great American Boat Sale, going on now at all 6 Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. All remaining Ranger and Suntracker pontoons, available with discounts of over $10,000 with great on-the-spot financing. Ranger fiberglass bass boats at rock-bottom pricing. Buy today, play today. Don't miss the July 4th Great American Boat Sale at all 6 Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Bradford Marine and ATV, selling fun since 1971.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter agents Monica Reiners or Brian Kress in North Little Rock or Jamie Marsh in Little Rock.
You're gonna stand there and tell me you don't have no whistling bungholes, no spleen splitters, whisker biscuits, honky lighters, Husker do's, Husker don'ts, cherry bombs, nipsy daisers, or one single whistling kitty chaser?
But Torpedo Joe's Fireworks Superstore does, just 4.5 miles west on Colonel Glenn past the Rave Theater. Torpedo Joe's is West Little Rock's go-to place for fireworks, including commercial show quality cakes and artillery shells, a 10% off discount for Buzz listeners, as well as military, fire, police, and EMTs. And yes, Torpedo Joe's Fireworks Superstore is air-conditioned.
A man of many talents, play-by-play broadcaster, real estate agent, and now state legislator. It's time to talk all things Arkansas with R.J. Hawk, presented by Natural State Wholesale, proudly trusted by major manufacturers all over the world for 25 years. Go see the Flooring King, Don Gresham, at Natural State Wholesale.
All right, 8:06 here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Do want to thank Don and Drew and John and Barrett, the gang at Natural State for sponsoring RJ. I'm excited to get my towel. I'm going to Chicago. I was having the conversation with Frank and RJ for a second. And Roger, you and I have been to Chicago a few times. Frank, I know you've been there plenty of times. Chicago's a great town.
I've never been.
Have you not?
No.
And listen, you got so.
I've flown into the airport, but that's about it.
You can make the argument it's one of the best sports towns there is.
It's the best summertime city. It's a great summertime city.
They will speak to you. They will help you. They're very friendly people in Chicago. It's totally different from going to New York or Boston.
But what you hear, let me tell you, all you hear is, there's murders in Chicago and all that, which it is. You've got a lot of that crime, but there's parts of Chicago that are really cool and different. Roger, we spent time at Wrigley. We went to where else? I mean, we've been 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah. I got lost and didn't realize I was walking through DePaul University.
Josh, what were you saying?
On a train, doing all that.
It's probably the best. Probably the best. It's my favorite summertime city. I mean, it's a really vibrant. You can just feel it.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place to be in the summertime.
The river goes right through the middle of the city, and you can get on a boat and really see a lot by taking the tour down through Chicago.
I
go to the beach.
Roger, this was the time that there is. I threw you up against I raced you.
We had Jimmy the Cop. Yeah. We had a cop tour.
Oh my gosh!
Every neighborhood had bars out that it was a street party at every neighborhood.
True story. We were out till like 1 o'clock in the morning with Al Watkins and his wife Deborah, and he used to have a steak place up in Chicago, which you said there's a lot of great steak places. Yeah. Mike Dicka, matter of fact, it's got a place up there. But I'll never forget, Roger. You weren't with us that late, really.
No, you. So him Zach. Zach
he had a buddy of his that was a Chicago cop. Yeah. So apparently, this guy he was not uniformed. He was with us. We'd been out hanging out. We're going to the ball game, do that. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and apparently he sees a drug deal going down or something. So he jumps in. Well, about this time, about 20 Chicago cops show up. So I'm thinking, everything's great. Well, the next thing I know, there is the cops, the uniform cops, are fighting with Al's buddy, who is a 30-year cop. And it is I'm thinking they're getting
different
ready.
Precincts.
I think they are getting ready to. These cops are getting ready to go after each. I mean, it was good. I mean, but that's a big city. I mean, that's a big city, man. It's just, it's gritty and.
Yeah, I was back in the Airbnb doing prep meals. Meal preps. That was fun. No, I remember that. But those precincts didn't like each other.
No,
there was competition between the cop precincts.
Yeah, the volume. That's such a big city that you can. I don't know how many cops they have in that city, but
more than now.
By the way, Mike Hager, head of the Arkansas State Police.
Yeah.
He said, "Please thank RJ." For coming to our awards banquet yesterday. Said I was given a list of special guests to recognize, including legislators. You weren't on the list, and he says it's no excuse on his part. He's very sorry.
Do not apologize.
He said you've been great to support the state troopers.
Well, there goes the funding.
No, do not apologize. Mike Hager, they put on a great event yesterday. Got to go, and I think, Baz, you've been to the event before where they honored some of the top state troopers in the state, and man, some great stories and. Got to meet a lot of people that they put their life on the line every day to protect Arkansans, and hearing some of those stories is pretty cool. And so, just honored to be able to attend. Mike, you don't have to worry about it. I was sitting across the room, and I didn't need to be recognized.
Frank, I was telling the story. We have a lot of state troopers that listen to this show and have been for a long time. Yeah. Obviously, and Mike's a great friend. And
we love it when they just stop us and pull us over to say hi, don't we?
So that was the point. I was with somebody the other day. I wasn't driving, Frank. I wasn't driving. It wasn't one of your cars, but we were out near Poland and pulled over, and it was a state trooper, and he got out on my side, and my buddy was driving. I knew he was speeding, so the guy leans over. He looks at him, and he looks at me. He said, he just does it so smooth. He goes, "Love the show," and then he goes, "You need to slow it down." He said, "Be careful now and slow it down."
So here's what I heard. I wasn't driving. Wasn't Frank's car. My buddy was driving. I knew he was speeding. Let me tell you how I know he knew the guy was speeding. Because when we drive to Hot Springs on 70. He will look at, I'm driving, he's on his computer, or he's giving me lessons. He'll go, "I can't believe you just let those guys pass you. I can't believe that. Come on, step on it, step on it."
It's like, come on, Roger. People are driving past you, man.
He's older than you. He's passing you. And I'm going, back up.
Well, I will say this, Frank, and Zippy and RJ, yesterday.
They were all over the place.
Roger got a little mad at somebody that honked at him, and there was a little interaction going on there.
Well, you can always say hi to people behind you in that traffic before you get into the beginning of it. There was just an old guy who was obviously in a hurry. Maybe he had to go potty or something, and he was real close. and he honked for me to get over so he could take the exit. And listen, I'm staying back from all the traffic anyway. He honks at me, and then when he goes by, I'm looking for him. I wanted to wave to him too because I knew he was going to wave.
Roger waved to him. I'm like, "What's going on here? Am I missing something?"
He's on the phone with you guys.
I'm on the phone with you. That's right.
I thought I heard something in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I want to remind Mike, if he's listening, that my offer to honor the state troopers at our steakhouse is still open. I'm waiting on him, and I think he's trying to figure out a system.
Let me tell you, don't.
The offer is still good.
No. Yeah, do you do that? So this are you also doing it to legislators?
No, he can't because we are not allowed to take any gifts from Mr. Fletcher for steakhouse. So
is that right?
It would be a great thing, but we can't take that.
I was going to bring up something real quick. I don't know if you guys saw it, and I don't understand it. Frank, maybe you do, and Roger, or maybe you and RJ. Did you see where the NFL lost the antitrust or the big antitrust lawsuit with the Sunday ticket case? Did you hear about that? So apparently the NFL has got to pay.
I read about it.
$4.7 billion in damages, and apparently it was all about the red zone ticket and Sunday ticket. Do you guys understand?
Nope. I do. I do. I understand it because I bought it on DirecTV.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the NFL did not have the right, according to the court, to let DirecTV sell this package.
Gotcha.
Where some people who bought it, could get games from out of town. Like you could be in Little Rock and watch Miami Dolphins, which weren't on CBS or whatever. So anyway, I don't know why, but the courts have ruled against them. And of course, I guess the NFL's got that kind of money.
Well, they said they were hurting the advertisers on the local games because people weren't watching the locals anymore. They were watching the team, their team.
Well, it says the lawsuit covered 2.4 million residential subscribers and 48,000 businesses who paid for the package of out-of-market games from 2011 through 2022. So there you go. So that's a lot of money. The other story, did you see? I thought this was very interesting. This was a little side note. A small Texas university has gone to court to object to the $2.77 billion settlement that's going to help pay the players. So this
FCS school, right?
Yeah. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I read about this.
So Frank, that's a fascinating deal. Like, wait a minute now. This thing that you're doing, you just decided that you're going to now the effect it's going to have on all the other colleges in the country.
Yeah.
Was that considered? Were we considered? So it'll be interesting to see if that has any traction, because it certainly could. The trickle down effect and how it could affect smaller colleges. I don't know exactly what it is, but they deserve maybe to be at the table too.
Oh yeah, and that was their argument the whole time was why are you just taking Power 5 schools and putting them at the table and letting them speak for us?
Yeah, that's
when we've got a bunch of FCS schools over here that are considered Division I schools. Why aren't you considering us in the talking points?
Yeah, I think that's it's so much is about money, of course. The other thing we said earlier in the show, we were talking about Johnny Rice having 3 number ones, and we were trying to find any other coach that's got it. Somebody said here. So at Warren, you had Jarius Wright, Traylon Burks, Chris Gregg, and Greg Childs.
Greg Childs, that's what I was trying to think of.
Josh, can you check and see those names? Jarius Wright, Traylon Burks. We know Burks was number 1, but was Gregg, Childs, or Wright? Were they number 1? I didn't think they were.
I thought Wright was.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
I don't know, but we were just talking about. He also had Brett Smith and a guy named Rashawn Fellows that went to Tennessee, went in late rounds, but never
Jarius
stuck.
Wright was the 4th round.
Yeah, I didn't think they were number 1.
And I want to think that Daryl Patton has had a couple number 1 draft because
has he?
Because didn't
Greg Childs
Dre
4th round
Greenlaw
too.
didn't play for Patton, did he?
What's that again?
Dre Greenlaw. He wasn't a first rounder though, was he?
I don't believe. No, he was not.
Okay,
he was not.
What'd you say, Josh?
Greg Childs 4th round also.
4th rounder.
And here's a question for so this is for Mr. Frank. I came in a couple of weeks ago to look and test drive a very nice looking Red Ram Rebel, but it was sold that morning before I got there, or that afternoon. When I was in the showroom, I saw a board that said you had one in transit. Has it made it yet, or is it still en route? Do we know anything about that?
It's still en route, but we can get our hands on another one very, very easily.
Okay, there you go. And here's one that says, this is from Deplorable Guy. I got my last 2 vehicles at Fletcher Dodge. Always great experience. 2014 Ram and 2018 Grand Cherokee. Both great vehicles. Let's see. So anyway, so again, more customers that and of course your thing you want the most is repeat customers. I mean that's the thing.
We love to get a customer for life, and I always tell our folks here, if we sell one person, we have a great chance over a period of time of selling 5 more cars to their family members, their kids, their grandkids, their aunts, uncles. Once you get into a family, those are the families that you want to develop the whole family. The largest car dealership in the United States, to my knowledge, is in Las Vegas, and so I've read everything I can about them. And they've when they sell one person, the husband or the wife or the child, they then find out all about their relatives, and that's their prospects for the immediate future. And so they do a better job than we do of just concentrating on that family and their uncles and aunts. So a lot of times people are not thinking about buying a car. If I go to RJ and I go, RJ, listen, you got a car, I heard you didn't particularly like the one you got, and you're not really ready to trade, but I'm going to tell you what, we'll make you a deal where we'll make you an unbelievable deal. All of a sudden you can talk somebody into trading. Mm-hmm. In other words, sometimes you're not thinking about it. One of the things I want to mention while I'm on a rampage about selling is people always ask me, do you have any $5,000 or $10,000 cars? We don't. And yes, we have them, but we do not retail them. If you're driving around, and I've got some very good friends listening to me now, one's a sports writer, that you drive around with, or family members drive around with 150,000 miles on the car, and then things start happening. Well, I just put this new transmission in, it's $3,500. My air conditioner's out. This is going to cost. In other words, you're saying I'm not going to get a payment. This car's paid for. You're getting a payment all the time because you're repairing that car. And so it's a never-ending deal, folks. When you put a new transmission or a new so-and-so engine in that car, the rest of the parts in that car are old. They don't run at the same speed the new parts do. So it's no such thing as patching up a 100-something thousand mile car. In my opinion, yes, you can patch it up, but you're going to pay. And affordability is what everybody wants, and then that's what we will try to do is get a payment you can afford. But your wife, your family, they need to be in something safe. When you get over 100,000 miles, I worry about a wheel bearing, about a tie rod. If you've got behind somebody on the car and seen it bouncing up and down, that's because the shocks are gone, and that's dangerous. Yep. That's very dangerers. But everybody has a limited amount of money to spend. So anyway, let us work with you. We want to listen to what you need, and that's our job, is to try to help you.
We got Pat Simmons' $300 payment on a it's a newer, late model, low mileage SUV. He wanted a low payment. And that's what's nice about pre-owned. We got about 60 pre-owned over there, and then with all our stores, we got 12 stores that we can pull all the pre-owned from, and we usually get them about the next day when we go up to Joplin, and we bring them by. We got retired guys that work for us all day long. They drive for us. So if we don't have it here, even if it's pre-owned, we'll find it there.
661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show by text or calling. Chris Turnage, a super agent for Arkansas, says, talking about that NFL story, he said, in those damages, which was what I say, $4.7 billion. He said those damages will be tripled if it holds up, since it's an antitrust violation. So I guess that's the case you're referring to. Also, too, Raj, we got to, and I know RJ knows these folks too, we got to give a mention out to Luxury Pools and Spa. They're doing their Proud to Be an American sale, up to 30% off store-wide, going on now through next weekend. You got a chance to see, I won't tell about what it was, but the Luxury Pool and Spa are the folks who put in Coach Pittman's pool. I think you got a chance to see Coach Pittman's pool recently, and
well, man, I'd love to. Those folks are the best because
he's
got the prettiest swimming pool I've ever seen. He's got the prettiest swimming pool I've ever seen.
They're doing all kind of discounts on all their products. We'll probably talk to them next week, Raj. But good folks, and if you're thinking about doing a pool, there's the one. RJ's he's the poster child.
Yeah.
Of dealing with
if you want to deal with a bad pool guy, I'll tell you all the horror stories. I think my guy's going to prison.
It's true. The guy who did RJ's pool.
Frank, I tell you, the guy told me, he's like, going to be. We drew it up. He said, it's going to take me 3 months. We'll get it done. Year and a half later, my pool got done. Right. Still got issues going on with it. Luxury Pool and Spa came out and told me what all he did wrong and put in second. Said he was getting brand new equipment. It was off market secondary equipment.
Well, from what I understand, the people that did your pool the very first time was the first crew doing that construction.
on I-30. What's bad is he did so many people wrong like that.
Oh,
I know who he is.
Yeah, and it's and that's the reason why you got the Attorney General going after him and a whole bunch of people because.
Do you have a pool at your place? At your house?
Yeah, we have it, and we have it serviced, and we don't use it. I mean, my story is I've met many a man that can afford a pool. I've never met a man that could keep one up.
which is true. Now, it was nice to see you in the pool on the ship.
Oh, yeah, I got pictures of you in the pool. Of course, you were floating, but your feet were on the deal. You were just laying back. I don't know. I
learned. Hey, listen, when my hair starts going one way and the other way, I've got a hat on in the pool. You can't get a walrus. Too many pictures.
Speaking of sponsors, I think this would be a good idea, Frank, if you're open to it. And I've talked to Terry Mayhem, our CEO, who does such a good job. I think it'd be great to have a Buzz sponsor appreciation event where all the sponsors get to come together and meet everybody. Because, we talked to Scott Hamby recently. Scott loved getting a chance to meet you. He's one of our good sponsors at Sigma Supply and all the folks we've talked about. What do you think? You think it'd be fun to do that?
I think it'd be fun. I really do. It has to be at one of them
No joke. Your pool. Your pool. Roger, no joke. When I brought that up to Terry and to Acre, we went in a conversation one time. I said, we should do a sponsor event. I said, there's probably a good chance that Frank would want to have it at the Wyndham. So
we do a lot of events over there.
Well, unless you have somebody else and we flip a coin, or we could have it at Hot Springs. I'm cool with that.
Well, you got a fancy new deal. I don't know if you've seen it, Roger. The picture, fancy new thing on the outside of the restaurant that looks real high class.
We took out a wall about 20 feet and top to bottom, and put a wine rack in it where we have wine. It's all glass all the way down the hall, and 580 bottles of wine. That was a big problem, was buying the wine. And I suggested some fake bottles with water in them. So, sometimes they don't take my suggestion.
Can I tell you, that's something we did on the cruise that Jessica and Judy did, like a wine tasting deal. And I'll tell you, that wine, the people in that wine business is beyond me. You got 9,000 different kinds you can do. And
you got to have help.
I don't know how you figure out anything. To be honest, it's almost like the beer thing. It's almost like the
craft beer.
The craft beer. It's just beyond me. RJ, I don't know. We probably won't see you next week. So you're gonna be laying low. Or is that the time you're going over to Oaklawn for the 4th?
No, we're going Saturday and we'll be back. And so, we do the big.
You're the fireworks.
We do the big Harper's Landing fireworks show. And it used to put it on Pops in the Park in Bryant. And so Jason Brown and I, we did the citywide fireworks show, and that doesn't happen anymore. And so now we just do the neighborhood show, and we have a big cookout at my house, and people come over and swim and have a good time. So that's what we're doing.
Don't you also do the fireworks in the front yard still?
Oh, that's what I said. We're doing the neighborhood fireworks
that's
show.
Right. It is in your front yard.
Yeah, but it's not. We've moved it from my front yard down to the cul-de-sac because it's gotten big, and so. So we do that, and it's for the neighbors. We just, we've got 30 of us.
And a lot of people don't understand that, RJ, we've always teased about your pool being so big.
It's like Olympic swimming.
It's not that just huge. To prove the point that it actually is huge. There are shark sightings.
It's not.
Right? This summer, again, there's sharks.
Says the guy that's got the giant spa that he's yet to use because he's waiting on the tile.
He's used it, but it's just, he wants
when David was on vacation, were you on the air then?
No, I didn't get that. No, Frank, it's a conversation we're going to have a little bit later. But no, I got bumped, and so
listen, I'm going to need somebody in a couple of weeks.
Hey, I would love it if I could.
RJ, Frank, RJ's a little like you. You've got a lot of different things going on.
I know he's running 5 different.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You do that too.
Well, I'm trying to prepare for next year. I'm going to take David, Jessica, Judy, and I have a wonderful time with Jessica and David. And so David said, they almost flipped out at the station about him being gone. They wasn't really crazy about that, but
me and Roger together.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Anyway, everybody needs a vacation.
Yes.
Including,
yes.
everybody.
Yeah. Well,
but I think you could roll in there and
believe me, I'd love to. I would love to.
You could campaign.
Yeah,
no, he can't do that.
I would have loved to have done it.
Yes. I will say this: Roger and I don't take. Probably we take 20% of what we get off, but because we enjoy doing what we do, and we feel it's important to be here. I mean, we feel it's important not to miss a ton, and we're not like everybody has a different role at that station. Our station, for our role, is to put out content that people want to listen to. So they listen to come and shop at stores like this, and different things, and so we don't take off a lot.
And we listen, and we like taking off and doing things together if we can. That's the first time we've only done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
To where we took off. It was a short week at the very beginning of the year, because after next month there's no more taking
That's right.
off.
Football season cranks up, and it's RJ. Always great to see you. Have a great holiday.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Happy 4th.
Speaking of great sponsors, Don Grisham is a great, and I hope Don. I don't know if Don's ever met.
We got to get them together for sure. But they've got the warehouse open, and if you're looking for tile, laminate flooring, faucets now. They've got dog food. They've got lawnmowers.
Fridges.
I mean, go by and see them. You're going to save a ton of
Flooring
money.
is their specialty.
It's the Natural State Wholesale up in Cabot, the warehouse, and you can go online at naturalstatewholesale.com.
All right,
I got to
661.
talk to him about some flooring.
1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show here at Fletcher Dodge. They are doing deals, and the deals that they start today will go all the way until Monday night.
That's correct.
So if for some reason you can't get in a particular day this weekend, they can do it on Monday as well.
Yeah, if you want 90 days first payment, call us today.
But Frank, I think the number is 17, and you got to hit that. So if you step foot on this lot, you're going to get a deal.
We're going to do it right.
Yeah. All right, don't go away. 8:30 here on Morning Mayhem.
It's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. And don't you?
The Summer of Scoops continues Tuesday with Morning Mayhem at Scoops, Little Rock's new homemade ice cream restaurant at the corner of Broadway and 3rd Street in Little Rock.
This is Sports Center.
It was a rough night for the U.S. men's national team in soccer. They lost 2-1 last night against Panama in the second of their 3 opening round games in the 2024 Copa America. The 2-1 loss was propelled by a 18th-minute Timothy Weah red card for shoving a Panamanian player. Lauren Balogun did pull the U.S. ahead with a 22nd-minute goal, but Panama scored twice, once in the 26th minute and then once at the 83rd minute, and were able to hold on despite picking up their own red card in the 88th minute. The U.S. will try and find a way through to the second round of the tournament when they take on Uruguay on Monday. The United States need a win to guarantee they make it into the following round. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly sunny and hotter today. Here in Little Rock, we'll get up to 95 degrees, and that heat index could climb over 100 today. Tonight, a warmer night, only the mid-70s with a mostly clear sky. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
It's Shelton Acre and my buddy Reed Llewellyn. The Rock City Margarita Festival and the Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and 1037 The Buzz, returns to the State House Convention Center on Saturday, July 20th.
With a $40 ticket, you can sample delicious margaritas from over 35 local restaurants and beers from over 100 breweries from Arkansas and across the country.
Also games, a live DJ, food trucks, and giveaways. Get your tickets before they sell out.
Visit 1037thebuzz.com or on social media at the Rock City Margarita Festival and the Great Arkansas Beer Festival for tickets and more information.
Get ready for the Boats and Bucks giveaway. It's your second chance to win cash prizes or a brand new party barge from Future Marine now through Saturday, June 29th. Earn entries by playing your favorite games at Oaklawn. Just be sure you're an Oaklawn Rewards member. For more details, visit Player Services. Don't forget about the Oaklawn Sports app. There's always action to bet on, from baseball, basketball, football, and hockey to table tennis, darts, cricket, and more. Arkansas's best sports betting app has got you covered. New customers, sign up today and qualify for a second chance on your first bet up to $250. Here's how it works. Create an Oaklawn Sports account, deposit, and make a bet of at least $10. If your first bet loses, you'll receive a bonus bet of equal value up to $250. And don't miss out on headline entertainment at the Oaklawn Event Center. Catch Gin Blossoms on Friday, September 13th, John Michael Montgomery on Saturday, October 19th, and Aaron Lewis on his American Patriot Tour on Friday, November 15th. Tickets are on sale at Oaklawn.com. Book your stay and make your plans to visit Oaklawn in beautiful Hot Springs. Oaklawn, where the excitement never ends.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Christy Pettit in Maumelle, Matt Cooper in Russellville, or Madison Buse in England.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring. And when looking for a local flooring and carpet store, check out my friends River City Flooring in Maumelle and visit their showroom to see their wide selection of the highest quality carpet, wood, laminate, and vinyl flooring at the best prices. Over 5,000 square feet of waterproof flooring starting at $1.99. Free installation on all in-stock carpet. They do custom tile showers, backsplashes, granite countertops, and more. Visit River City Flooring on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430 and at rivercityflooringinc.com.
This is Miss Arkansas Corey Keller, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Was he in The Outsiders?
No, I don't think so.
Somebody else.
Ally McBeal, he was in that.
Robert Downey Jr., The Outsiders, is what I was thinking.
Gotcha. Robert Downey Jr.
Was he in there?
No, he was not in Outsiders. I don't believe he was. He was in. He was in Weird Science.
Rob Lowe is what I meant to say.
You're right.
Was he in there?
He was.
Okay, Rob Lowe.
Got it.
I repeated Robert Downey Jr. again.
You did.
You did. Oh God, you guys have rubbed off on me in a bad way.
Say that again, Justin. I know your volume's a little.
You don't remember what the movie that had that in it was?
Why are you yelling?
Because he said my
He's too quiet.
I love that so much. That is so good. Our man Justin Moore is down on the beach.
By the way, we lost you all. We lost your beautiful faces. We have Frank and Zippy. We do not have you and Raj.
Yeah, we're back. I'm not sure where Roger may be on the potty. You never know. But that's one of my favorite. What's that?
Let's explain why the camera's gone.
The camera. The cameras aren't working at all. You're saying?
No, I can see Frank and Zippy.
Yeah,
I cannot see you and Roger.
There must. Oh, I'm saying he's got it turned wrong. Is that what you're saying?
No. There is one camera. There is one camera missing. I've got the camera on Zippy and Frank. I do not have the camera on you and Roger.
Okay. All right. Well, Roger will be back in a second. We'll get that fixed.
All right. Okay.
Yes, we'll get it fixed. So, Frank, one of the things I've just asked Josh to do, I don't know if you've seen, there is a clip of Hunter Henry. And Hunter Henry is obviously a guy's endorsed your product before, and good kid. And he's talking about Kevin Kelly when he was in high school and how hard Kevin Kelly was on him. Josh, just let me know at some point when you get that. It's interesting because he talks about how difficult it was. So it was posted yesterday on Hogs Plus. So obviously what Bo Mattingly created. Coach Kelly, who does a weekly segment with Justin and DJ, responded and how disappointed he was. Not that Hunter shared it, but that he felt like he failed as a coach. If that's the way Hunter, he realized. And of course, now he's at Sheridan. He's coaching at Sheridan High School.
I do know that.
And I think it's interesting. I think it's great that Kevin has come out and said that. But Josh, just let me know when you.
Give me like 1 minute.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I just think it's interesting.
So he's disappointed. He thought it was too hard, or
yeah. Well, no, he's not. He understands what Hunter's saying is true. But I'll read after we hear the clip.
Okay.
I'll tell you what he said. But it's interesting because you're an owner, you're a manager. You are too, Zippy. It's how you manage people, and you come up with ways you think are the best way to do it. And then when you hear and you're successful, say champions, all these things. But if you hear a player say, it just was really not a fun experience, you look back and go, could I have done that better? And I appreciate Kevin going, I look back now, and I could have done it better than I did. You'd still be successful.
It will affect how he's coaching now.
That's what I'm saying. I think it will, and it just goes.
You want to be fair and firm.
Yeah,
with your guys.
Yeah, and sometimes when you have a superstar like Hunter, maybe you go a little extra hard on those kind of guys because you don't want to show favoritism, or maybe you want to make them even better. And listen, I was under coaches that had different styles. Some of them would grind on you. But back in the old days, you had, Frank Brules and Wilson Matthews. Some guy could be the good cop and the bad cop. Some guy could get on you, and the other one come in.
You told me that Lou Holtz was really hard on everybody.
He was very he could
brutal,
be very demanding. Yeah, especially if you were a quarterback. If you were a quarterback, listen, Kevin Scanlon and Ron Calcagni and all those guys. Wow. If you've been a quarterback under Lou Holtz, you can do anything in life. I'm just telling you, that's how hard he is.
I've got it whenever you're ready.
Okay, one thing, Frank, is that Lou, I think, wanted to put the pressure on you during practice. So when you got to the game, nothing to it. All right, so this is the clip Roger just set up because you just joined us. This is Hunter Henry talking on Hogs Plus about his experience with Kevin Kelly and how demanding and difficult it was.
Coach Kelly he was hard on everybody, but through the years, like when I was going through high school, he was just extra hard on me. And then I started getting recruited, and it just got even more. And he just was like, saw something that he could like bring out of me, which in the time when I was in it, it sucked. Like I hated it, bro. I would go home every day and talk to my dad, be like, dude, I don't want to, like, I'm so tired of this. Like, I love doing this, and like I love playing and stuff, but like he hates me. Like this dude hates me. Like he hates me. I don't know. Like I'm going out there. I'm balling. Like I'm going out there. I got like I'm 1,100 yards in a year. I'm scoring like 18 touchdowns in a year. Like I'm killing it, right? But he's just so hard on me. Practice, games, all the time. Just felt like I could never like please him in a way. But he was like pushing me, and like he was just like kind of
wasn't gonna let you get complacent. Yeah.
Like continuing to push me even more. So like that culture, I think like I responded to that in a lot of ways too. Like, all right, like you're gonna be hard on me, like I'm gonna go show you, like, all right, I'm gonna go put up 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And like,
that's your personality to a T.
Yeah, like it's just
play video games with you. It's just like, oh my
God, it's just,
it pisses you off.
I get it. Good.
So this is what Kevin Kelly he saw that. So he saw that clip, and they posted that. They posted that clip of Hunter talking about that. So this is Kevin Kelly's response. I guess it was last night. It's got like 175,000 responses or shares. Honestly, this is Kevin Kelly talking. Honestly, I push Hunter Henry too hard. Most of any player I've ever coached. I wanted to push him, but not to that point. He's the most recruited kid I've ever coached. Amazing talent and person. As a kid, him thinking I didn't love him, even at times, means I left a big part out of that. Part of that needed. He said, "He didn't convey that." That's right. Enough, yeah. I learned a lot from that. He was always going to be successful, push through everything, and a great man. That's who he is. I pray about my coaching with kids every day, and should have prayed harder with him because the situation was different. Coaches learn from my mistakes. Coaches learn from their mistakes and others. Coach as you will, but we'll make sure they know you do anything for them. So just like you're saying, now he realizes when you hear that now, you're like, golly, could I have done it maybe without going a little bit too hard? And of course, you guys got a chance to work with Hunter close for several years too.
Yeah, he's one of the most outstanding young men as a person that I've ever met. We had a great relationship. He's driving one of my cars right now. He lives in Fayetteville, so
okay, I didn't know that.
Put him in. Well, I say he's off season. He has a home in Fayetteville, so he's driving a Honda from us, which we were glad to provide to him. And we don't get together much anyway. But he's part of our team. Yeah, and has done great things for us. And just to get to know him, he's a very first thing he's a Christian young man. And learned that from his father and mom, who are two of the nicest people I've ever met. And I met, the brothers and his sister, just a super family. I'll give you one example. We invited Mark and Judy out to eat, and they brought the whole family. And so there we were, older people, and the young people were there. And then after the meal, about a week later, I got a card and each one of the kids had written a paragraph on it about how much fun it was. And so during that conversation that night, they said, well, Mr. Fletcher, what was one of the first products you ever had? And, I just didn't think about the age difference. And I said, well, we made these rain lamps. And they said, rain lamps? And then all of a sudden I saw them grab their telephone. I didn't know what they were doing. I mean, within 30 seconds, maybe less, they were showing me a picture. Is that a rain lamp? Yeah. And, but it was just so fun to talk to them. And what a great family. What a great family. And but Hunter is he's special.
Yeah, I mean, he's with the Patriots now.
Hayden, I think, is very successful with the Stevens group. Just a great family.
I think that has a lot to do with in that story. Mm-hmm. What I didn't hear was what I heard, and not its omission, but about Hunter's family, his dad. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure his dad told him, not pushing, not doing anything else. He had to do that to let it go. It's a learning experience, but I'd be curious to know, you're speaking of his brothers, what they thought. Did Coach Kelly change?
With them,
Listen, Coach Kelly was he was a hard A when I was on the sidelines and all that. But he's intense. He's a winner.
So the question, though, Roger, the question with that, because here's the deal: if you're a football player, you're going to get a coach who's that way.
You have them.
I've had them. So the question as a coach is Kevin Kelly's asking himself, can I accomplish the goals? Can I push it? But he said that the thing that bothers Kevin Kelly was that Hunter Henry didn't feel like Kevin Kelly gave a rat's about him. Yeah. He just wanted to push him. Yeah. So Kevin Kelly's thinking, how do I drive somebody but yet still make him feel I love you? Right. Listen, I hear you're very demanding, Frank.
Sure.
I am, and sometimes I get past where I should be.
Right.
A lot of times I'll just pick up the phone 10 minutes later. I'm over everybody.
You do. You do.
I pick up the phone and I call the manager back and goes, man, I'm sorry I yelled at you all ago. That wasn't what I really meant to do. I do. I don't mind it. I don't mind apologizing to him a bit. But I said what I really wanted to do was this.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get too excited. You know, I get all built up about what push my button is when we've been over something once or twice and we're still doing the same thing. Yeah. That's my hot button.
Well, and I think it's okay. I think it's okay for somebody to jump on you. But the question is, can you jump on somebody and then
it takes a real you need to really learn how you speak to people.
Yeah, that's right. And it's also
you lose your point of what you're getting over to by acting up.
I think what Kevin might have been responding to is the fact that he is Hunter's so talented, and he's going home to his dad, and it sounds like he's having a conversation like, do I still want to do this anymore? Like, you got a kid who's clearly going to be able to play at the next level and eventually going on to play in the NFL, and he's almost being driven away from the sport because the way – and look, there's ways that you are pushing him, and those are tough conversations that do happen during every athlete's life. Baz, I'm sure you had them playing football about if you like it or not, but also, too, I think it's that, and then the point about he didn't feel like I loved him either, which I think is – I think it's really tough to deal with.
What about the kids that don't have a father that they do quit?
Yeah.
Well, and I think just with that, one of the things, success is the best revenge. We hear that all the time.
Sure.
And that's what Hunter said. He said, I'm going to go prove this guy.
Right.
I'm going to prove this to him. I'm going to, in spite of this, even though he didn't know it. Kevin, I'm not speaking for anybody. Kevin may have regrets, and that's sad that Kevin shouldn't have to have those, that he didn't know it. But I also know some of Kevin's personal life. And sometimes if you're not hugged and told that you're loved by someone,
by your
parents or something like that, you use that as a driving force to help others, but you may come off a little bit harder. Asa Hutchinson, same way. He's not a hugger because his dad wasn't a hugger.
Right.
So who knows? But we know that Kelly, and I know Kevin on a personal level now that I didn't know when we went on our trips together. And he's older now too.
And it's not easy. It's not easy to grind on somebody and love them too. Like you said, there's a fine line between I'm going to push you, but you're going to know I love you. That's not easy to do. And most
you do it well.
I'll be honest with you, most coaches don't do it. And I just think it's interesting that Kevin realized, I still would not change how I push, but I got to do a better job of communicating that I care about you. That's the thing, that bothers me, which I think every coach, of course, you listen, he's a Hall of Famer. He's got 10 state championships. So, but I do appreciate the fact he looks at that and goes, that's not what I want.
Because at no point does Hunter say, like, I needed that. Hunter never said, like, I needed it to be that way, right? So I think that's why Kevin's saying, it sounds like Hunter thinks that he could have accomplished the same goals without being pushed that hard, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Or you push hard, but there's a backside of it where you let the kid know. Right. Just like you do, Frank. You may have to call him back 5 minutes later. Hey, listen, man. I love you. I just want to make you better. This is and maybe that's part of the message. Listen, again, I've been there.
What
done
coaching style did you got the best out of you?
Well, I like the coaching staff where I knew, and you know what? Part of it was what you did away from the field, how you treated me away from the field. That's another thing is how you treat me. When I'm not, you're not on the field in the middle of a play, how you treat me before practice starts, after practice, all those things. So part of that, I'm ready to get chewed out. I'm prepared for that. Yeah. But it's a building. It's the whole thing. It's how do you treat me around, and I know what kind of person you are that way. I think that's the best way. All right, breaking down coaching psychology here today on Morning Mayhem. Don't go away. We've got some messages about car dealerships here. You can actually ask Frank or Zippy a message through the text line 661-1037. It is 8:47.
They all begin to look like movie stars. All the girls all get pretty early closing time. When the change starts taking place.
Summer is the perfect time to get engaged, and I wouldn't go anywhere but Sissy's Log Cabin to find the perfect ring. Whatever you're looking for, I promise they have it. Sissy's Log Cabin is home to one of the largest loose diamond and engagement ring selections in the Mid-South. There, you'll find rings in every style, at every price point. Whether you want to shop popular designers like Rachmaninoff diamonds, or looking for a one-of-a-kind vintage ring, or want to create your own custom design, Sissy's can make it happen. They also have incredible financing options that put even the most dream-worthy rings within reach. Of course, what really sets Sissy's Log Cabin above the rest is Sissy's promise of unmatched quality, superior service, and brilliant natural diamonds. It's truly the foundation of the Sissy's experience, which you won't find anywhere else. Ready to find a spectacular engagement ring? Shop online at sissyslogcabin.com.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Bass, Scoops is my new go-to for coffee. You should go there now.
Raj, only if you join me for their ice cream. It's amazing.
Absolutely it is. They've got coffee with ice cream for those special days. Plus, their pastries and breakfast sandwiches are all local.
Raj, they even have a drive-thru. Greg Hatcher has thought of everything.
I love Greg Hatcher. You bet he has. Scoops is open all day, every day.
Perfect. Let's head there now. It's at the corner of Broadway and 3rd, downtown Little Rock.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep, and we need to sell 19 new vehicles before Monday night to meet our factory sales goal. So here's what we're going to do. No payments for 90 days and available sales tax paid. We'll give you our best month-end deal and give you no payments for 3 months. Folks, we need your business and we want to earn your business. We've got new Rams up to $9,000 off. We've also got brand new 2500s up to $9,000 off. $8,000 off new Grand Cherokee L's. And you can drive home in a brand new Jeep Compass for $399 a month. One more thing, don't worry about your credit. If other dealers have told you no, come see us and let us help you get into a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Also, don't worry about how much you owe on your trade. If we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter what you owe. It's the end of the month and Fletcher Dodge needs to sell 19 new vehicles before Monday night. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
The Can-Am sales event continues at all Bradford Marine and ATV locations. ATVs like the Defender Max XMR offered as low as 1.99% APR or up to 5.99% for 72 months. For ATV safety and training information, call the ATV Safety Institute.
Tap Time with Bryce Nall and Scott Parton, presented by New Province Brewing, returns this Thursday at 7. Tap Time is Wood Rock's premier radio show for beer lovers by beer lovers. Tap Time Thursday from 7 till 8 on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Edwards Food Giant Studios.
Roger Scott for Family Markets. Are you looking for a grocery store that feels like home? Then look no further than Family Markets. With stores located in Pangburn, Malvern, and Shannon Hills, you can think of them as neighborhood staples, where the butchers still cut and pack their own meat, where the produce is always fresh, and customer service is a top priority. And with over 100 years of experience and knowledge in the grocery business, the management team at Family Markets is dedicated to bringing you the best shopping experience possible. So why not stop by and check them out today? Family Markets, the way grocery shopping should be.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Pure Sweat Skills and Training's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village, staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
This is Quinn Grovey, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
I have very tender feet.
I know mine!
That's whatever, that kind of deal. I'm sorry.
Josh, are we okay with the cameras now?
We are. We're good. Did you all see what I texted you?
Yes. We'll visit with Justin Acre. Let's
What
do
time?
it at 9:30.
Okay. Some exciting information coming.
Yeah, we're cutting down the kickoff. That's coming up. Also, Heather Baker will be checking in. We're here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram with their weekend sale now through Monday night. I got some questions here, guys. Let me throw these at you real quick. Here's what it says. I've always hated dealing with car dealers, but I always look forward to the end of the month to hear Frank. By the way, do you have any low-mileage AT4Ss? So
go to the next one. I'll look it up.
All right, here's a Baz. Ask Frank if he sells Nissan products. If so, where do I buy it?
Yes, sir, we do. We have a big Nissan store in Joplin. You just go to Fletcher Nissan, FletcherNissan.com.
Here's one that says, my name is Jeff from Batesville. Doug has been our salesman there at Fletcher Dodge. I just bought a 2024 Laramie and my son a 2024 Longhorn. Doug added it up, and we have bought over 20 vehicles for Fletcher. My daughter's a graduating RN school in December. She's going to get another car, too. So that's exactly, Frank, what you were talking about as far as
family.
Repeat customers and family.
Thank you.
Someone says, Frank, could I come to Sherwood and buy something other than a Dodge?
Yes, you can come here and tell us. We have Ford, Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Subaru, Hyundai. Maybe I've forgotten some more. We have a lot of different brands, and you can definitely come right here, and we can work with you through our other managers and deliver your car right here to Little Rock or to your home.
All right, here's one that says, Roger, that Frank and Zippy won't get this because it's not about cars, but this was about pushing. We should have pushed Josh harder so that he wouldn't have ended up being a non-jean wearing redneck doing what he does now. And yes, we love him less for it, Josh's parents. There you go.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Listen, all I can think of, Josh, when you said you were going to go home and see your family, and now that I hear about this with the tough love that Kevin Kelly was getting, when you go home this week, that when you're talking to your father, he's not reading Men's Health.
He missed a lot of my games growing up reading that magazine, Roger. He missed a ton of games.
Who would have thought, Josh, that when you took this job with us, that there would be a segment where somebody's calling in as your parents to comment weekly about?
Yeah, that was not on the bingo card. That was not on the bingo card.
It was not.
Did you find, Zippy, the answer you were looking for?
So it's made by Chevy. We've got 8 Chevy and GMC trucks throughout our auto group. We do not have an AT4, but if you want to come look at a Ram Rebel, that's the same thing.
Gotcha. All right, there you go. And what's the quickest way to get in touch with you if they want to call you or anybody else?
You can go to FletcherDeals.com. You can put in an internet inquiry. You can just call up here at 501-834-7700, and you ask for me, and you get me on the phone.
They can ask for Zippy or Chris.
Yep.
Right? Either one.
It's so funny when I walk out there and I go, they'll say, hey, somebody's out here for you. And I go, hey, my name's Chris. And they'll go, look at me with these big eyes, and they go, well, I was told to ask for Zippy.
Yeah,
is that
sure,
okay? I'm
yes,
like, I just
yes.
don't. How do you introduce yourself as Zippy?
I know. That's how they love you. Frank, I saw a story today. Do you ever drink those 5-hour energy drinks at all? Do you ever do those in the store?
No, never have.
Roger,
He don't need any 5-hour energy.
Do you do them?
That's a car salesman way. Is that right? Is a energy drink.
Yeah,
Roger, have you done
community coffee? That's
well, Tommy, I think, used to occasionally do it. I think.
Well, he did those little
little shots.
What was that?
Isn't that it?
That's 5-hour.
Is it Neo? Was it Neo? Were those the shots?
It was 5 hour.
I'm sorry.
Those things are $5 a pop.
Well, you got Red
Yeah,
Bull
they're
there.
expensive.
So listen to this. This is disgusting. 5-hour Energy, the major company, national company, international, has just unveiled a caffeinated barbecue sauce for summer.
Gross.
Each serving has 60 milligrams, which is a weak cup of coffee. They're giving away 12-ounce bottles through their website. 5-hour Energy just unveiled this for the summer. Apparently, there's only one
Sounds
flavor.
horrible.
It sounds horrible. Peach mango. Yeah. I don't get it.
Maybe if the idea here being you just ate and you're feeling sluggish, so maybe after you eat the barbecue you don't want to feel sluggish, but I cannot think of any other utility besides that.
I can't either. Frank, we only have about a minute, but maybe we can talk about this a little bit after Heather or with Heather. 27 years ago on this day, there was a very unique boxing match. Do you remember what might have happened in 1997? Something unique happened in the middle of a boxing match.
Oh, I got it.
I know.
What is it, Roger?
It was a bite in the ear.
Mike Tyson took. They did it twice, right?
I was in New Smyrna Beach.
Yeah, he did it twice.
He took a bite out of it twice. Immediately, I don't remember. We were all watching it, and I remember. I remember Holyfield sort of putting his glove to his ear, like something. I was like, "What is he doing?" And it may have been the strangest thing ever at a sporting event. It made me think: is there anything else crazier that has happened at a sporting event?
You know what? Woody Hayes. That was strange.
A
for
punch
me.
to the sideline.
Well, that's a great memory. Well, punching this guy.
It got him fired. What about the time when somebody came in the
what about the NBA?
The fight? That was
the brawl.
The Malice the Palace is that's up there. Yeah.
Malice, and then the other. What about the time during the boxing match in Vegas where a guy came in with the glider, which got the fan, and he was trying to land in the ring, and he just hits the side of it. And then, of course, you got Morgana that would come in with the
we talked about Morgana
bouncing around.
Soccer players have bit people before. I know Luis Suarez from Uruguay did, and I think he actually bit 2 people.
Wow, that was, of course, Evander Holyfield's ear still looks weird.
Took a plug out.
Well, he had to be mad when he gritted
He was mad because Holyfield was beating his butt. Is what it was. All right, don't go away. Got 1 hour to go. You gonna make it, Frank? You gonna make this last hour? You and Zippy?
Oh yeah, man, I'm ready.
You're over the hump.
Ready.
You're over the hump. All right, 9 o'clock here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me, yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. Southern Bank is a 137-year-old community bank with branches across Arkansas, founded on strength and stability. Real community-style banking, local decisions, and friendly staff you know by name, all coupled with competitive deposit and loan rates. From small to large projects, we can handle it all. So what's holding you back? Give us a call at 501-424-0900 or check out our website at bankwithsouthern.com. Learn how you can experience the Southern Bank difference today. Member FDIC.
Political strategist and host of the Sunday Buzz, Bill Vickery, gets in the mix with the guys on Morning Mayhem, brought to you by Sauced Bar and Oven. Online at saucedlr.com and by the Butcher Shop Steakhouse, home of the best steak and prime rib in all of Little Rock.
Make this summer one to remember by stopping by Arch Marine in North Little Rock. Arch is all about creating fun on our lakes and rivers. You have to come by and see the new 2024 G3 Tri-Tunes, the hottest and coolest ride out there. We're easy to find. Take the Levy exit.
Coach Kelly joins the zone each Wednesday, presented by the Little Rock Athletic Club and Racket Club. It's pool season. Join today and save 30% off joining fees.
Why so serious? Sports talk and entertainment. Let's put a smile on that face. 103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Racing Commission awarded Cherokee Nation Entertainment the Pope County Casino project. The commission says Cherokee Nation submitted the only application that completed all the steps. Final permits still need to be acquired, but after that, the company plans to have the project finished in 18 months. The Legends Casino and Resort will be built on Interstate 40 near Russellville. It'll be 50,000 square feet and will feature a hotel, restaurants, and an outdoor concert venue. State leaders are doing what they can to ensure people are prepared to handle a life-saving emergency. The Clinton Presidential Center is placing overdose kits around the building. There are a total of 6 kits on site. Each one has naloxone and other life-saving resources. The staff at the Clinton Center have been trained on how to use them. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly sunny and hotter today. Here in Little Rock, we'll get up to 95 degrees, and the heat index could climb over 100 today. Tonight, a warmer night, only the mid-70s with a mostly clear sky. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Tune in each week when Susan Irwin Prowl shares her Keys to the Weekend music events calendar with Justin and DJ. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
Well, it is officially summertime, and Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort wants to do its part to help you get on one of Arkansas's great lakes or rivers. It's their second Boats and Bucks giveaway. That's right, you get another shot at winning cash prizes or a brand new party barge from Future Marine. It's happening now through Saturday, June 29th. You earn entries for your chance to win by playing your favorite games at Oaklawn. You must be an Oaklawn Rewards member. See Player Services for more details. And don't forget, even though live racing season is over and Razorback baseball is now done, with the Oaklawn Sports app, there's always action to bet on. From baseball, basketball, football, and hockey to table tennis, darts, that's right, darts, cricket, rugby, and more, Arkansas's best sports betting app has you covered. New customers can sign up today and qualify for a second chance on your first bet up to $250. Once you make a deposit, you're automatically enrolled in the promotion. Place your first bet for at least $10. If that bet loses, you'll receive a bonus bet of equal value up to $250. Check it out online, oaklawn.com. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Hey folks, Trey Johnson here with HJ Trailer Sales in Hot Springs. HJ Trailer Sales is here for all your trailer needs. We can handle any of your repairs and parts for trailers, steel or aluminum. Need a trailer but times are tough? We have financing options for everyone. Like a special on all air tow trailers, only $100 a month payment for the first 3 months. Family owned and operated. Check us out today at hjtrailersales.com or on Facebook.
In real estate, it's all about the amenities. I should know. I'm an agent.
At Hyundai, all of our models offer first-class features, like Android Auto, an available Bose premium audio system, heated front and rear seats, and wireless device charging.
It's like an upscale home on wheels in here.
It's your journey. Own every mile.
Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson, or pay only $299 a month after down payment. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end 7/1/24. Call 469-613-0227 for details.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You need money. You get a job. Turns out that job doesn't pay near enough for the nonsense it puts you through every day. You want to move fast, but the clock moves slow. You're smart though. You know machines. You want to work at a place as fast as you. You call Medley Equipment Company. They need a technician, and they'll teach you everything you need to know to be the best. With pay raises all along. Because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Jeff Tess. Visit medleycompany.com or come see us at 121 House Court, North Little Rock, Arkansas.
White glove service. Sounds fancy, right? In a way, it is. Fancy like having your own personal payroll person from the payroll company. Someone to help you when business is booming, but you've got 1,000 things to take care of and don't have time to tackle everything. That's why people partner with the payroll company, because everything is integrated, from hire to retire, and everything in between. When you want something fancy without a fancy price, pick the payroll company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com to learn more.
Your change can help families of hospitalized children at Ronald McDonald House. Just ask to round up for RMHC when you place your order anytime you're at McDonald's. This way, families of critically ill children at Ronald McDonald House can stay at no cost while their child is receiving life-saving care at a local hospital. All of that change stays right here in Little Rock. So next time you're at McDonald's, ask to round up for RMHC. You'll be leaving with so much more than just a meal.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Fun show Thursday on Out of Bounds. It was great to catch up with Johnny Rice, former head coach of North Little Rock, that coached Kalel Ware. Coming up Friday, we'll take a look at day 2 of the NBA draft. Steve Sullivan will join us. We'll get his thoughts on a big week and what's coming up next weekend. Plus, we'll check in on the U.S. Senior Open Championship. All that and a whole lot more coming up Friday on Out of Bounds. Join us from 1 to 4.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
All right, it's 9:06, last hour of Morning Mayhem. And then we are 6 days away from Independence Day, and we will be off the air next Thursday and Friday. Yep. Monday we'll be at Torpedo Joe's. Tuesday we'll be at Scoops, Greg Hatcher's Ice Cream Place. Are you an ice cream guy, Frank? I can't remember.
Yeah, I want to go try that.
Yes, it's really good stuff. So we'll be there Tuesday, back in studio Wednesday, then off Thursday and Friday. SEC Media Days, I think, is only 1 week after that. Sure. We'll have coming up at 9:30 a special announcement about countdown to kickoff, so be listening for that. We're going to visit with Heather Baker here in just a second. She loves cars about as much as you guys do, even though that's not her full-time business. Someone said here, Frank, can I do a deal for a Honda Pilot at the Sherwood location? And you said yes.
Yes. We have to. You come here, we can connect you with our Honda store. I mean, we can assist you, talk to the right person. We can do it over our computer. I mean, we can work it out real easy if you just come here and see Zippy.
Here's one that says, this is from Big Sarge. Hey, make sure to tell Frank glad to see him at Bennett's on Keel Avenue on Father's Day. So I don't know where you saw it.
Yeah, I go there after church.
It's called Bennett's?
Yeah, Bennett's out in 107.
Okay.
Actually in Sherwood, right near the City Hall. But, I love seeing people there, and it's a great restaurant. If you live in the Sherwood area, it's fantastic.
Our show's pretty crazy, but Big Sarge is probably just about as crazy. We're just 4 hours, and he's just a couple hours. Let's check in with Heather Baker if we can, Josh. Maybe not.
Hang on, sorry guys, but
that's okay. That's okay.
What's up?
I said, can we check in with Heather Baker? That's okay. Tell people to quit bothering you down there. Do you try to do a show?
No, I'm trying to make sure. I'd film a quick video we just had to do for some instructional stuff. Give me roughly 25 seconds.
And I think while you're doing that, Heather, I think her staff won 60 journalism awards recently. And so she's doing a special getaway. And Frank, I don't know if when your staff when you guys kill it, do you do anything special? Give them ice cream? Give them?
He was trying to give away a trip to Beaver Lake.
Is that what it is?
Last few weeks, we got a orange TRX. So if anybody's in the market for a Ram TRX, we got one at our Joplin store.
We sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah, we sold it. Sold it to an NFL player that lives in Joplin.
Is that right?
And I'm sorry, I don't know his name. But anyway, he owns a 700 horsepower.
700 horsepower.
I'm ready when you are, guys.
Okay, the car that I was driving the other day that my friend was driving that got stopped had 600. And I'm telling you, I don't need to be behind a wheel of a car that's got 600
No, you
horse.
do not.
Just don't want it.
You struggle in the Grand Cherokee, and we can't bring up the Charger moment.
No, I don't need 600 horsepower. Yeah, let's check in with Heather if you can, Josh.
Thank you, Zippy.
She has the busiest social calendar in the state of Arkansas. Her insight on what to do across the state is unrivaled. She is the go-to person when you need an event promoting. It's time to talk to the queen of promotions from AY Magazine and Arkansas Money and Politics. It's Heather Baker.
Heather, you may need to turn down your radio, I think. I'm hearing feedback. Are you there?
Can you hear anything? Is it good out? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think you're good now. Good morning. How are you?
I am great. Yeah, we're pulling into Branson right now. I heard you mention, so my staff won 60 journalism awards, Frank, and we also won the Arkansas Country Music Publication of the Year again. And so I gave my staff the entire weekend off today and then the weekend, and we are going to Branson, and Silver Dollar City partnered with me, so I'm taking the whole staff to Silver Dollar City to enjoy some time with their family.
Fantastic. Yeah, we were just talking about leadership, Frank, and one of the ways you inspire your staff is by giving them extra cash or extra whatever or prize or
dinners.
Their dinners,
Well,
whichever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Heather, I think that's great. It does.
Hey, Heather, congratulations! Congratulations on all the awards, and if the people that work for you love their job, they're going to keep winning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that.
What is so I know you've got an issue coming up, by the way, that's hitting the streets today for AY Magazine. I did not get the link to it. So what is the focus on this month's issue?
So the main focus is Men of Distinction, which actually Zippy won last year. We honored him last year in this, but we honor 50 men across the state of Arkansas that are really achieving great things. And it may be through philanthropy, or it may be through their career, or they may be just leaders in their family. But we have a great list in there. So I know you know Randy Allison. You've got Dennis like Brian Austin, Paul Barkley, Charlie Boyce, Jason Kane. I mean, there's just a lot of guys and men in here that really have done great things. We also have a focus on Searcy, the city of Searcy. Every month, AY really wants to highlight a city around the state and show you the great restaurants they have, the events they have coming up. And Searcy is putting a lot of effort into just growing that community. So we have a big focus on that as well.
Frank, I don't know if you heard this. Roger and I have been blessed to have won this award before, the Radio Personality of the Year, in the past few years by AY Magazine. This year was Justin Moore. And so, matter of fact, I hear, Heather, on the beach down in Florida, people are not coming up to him and asking him about his music. They're saying, hey, aren't you Justin Moore, Radio Personality of the Year?
That's it.
Yes, for AY Magazine. Yep, that's it. That's it.
I can't wait for the song.
Give us a quick rundown. I know you're up there, so you don't have to take a lot of time. What are the high spots that people need to know about this weekend?
Well, pickleball is the thing of, everybody's doing. And in the spa city of Hot Springs, you're going to have a huge tournament. There's 561 players are playing at the Spa City Classic. That's at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs. And that started yesterday. We're going to go all the way through Sunday. So if you want to go check that out. Want to get indoors and get some cooler weather, you can go to Cal's Ron Robinson Theater. They are showing Jurassic Park, and that is tonight at 7 o'clock. It's only $5 if you want to take your family and go check that out. And then Roger, our old place, the Buster, now is DG's Lounge, and the grand opening of that is tonight. So I'm interested to see how that goes. There is a entry fee to get in. It's $20 entry fee, and you have to have table reservations. So that is new. So make sure you keep that. But Ronnie Block is playing, Nikki Parrish, some great artists, but there is a fee. So keep that in mind when you're going there, and that all starts tonight at 8 o'clock. Also, I think this is so interesting, and I'm so sad I'm going to miss this, but I love peaches. Frank, do you like peaches?
You like peaches, Frank? Are you a peach fan?
Love it. Yeah, love it.
Love it. Well, the Faulkner Lake Orchard Annual Peach Festival is Saturday, so you can actually go take your family out, and you can pick your own fresh peaches. They're going to have peach cobbler out there, peach ice cream, peach tea, all these vendors, outdoor games, hay rides, animal shelter will have a pet adoption. But that is at the Faulkner Lake Orchard in North Little Rock, and that'll be going on from 9 to 5 on Saturday. So that's over in your neck of the woods, Frank. Also, this is fun. This is the first time I've heard of this, but at the Arkansas State Fairgrounds, they're going to be having the Rocktown Naturals, and this is a bodybuilding show. So if you're into fitness and wellness and physiques and dedication, they're going to be having a show. It starts at 9:30 in the morning, and you can come check out all the different classes and divisions of weight champions and see the Pro Elite Pro cards and all of the athletes out there. That'll be going on at the Arkansas State Fairgrounds. And then also Sunday, I just want to give a shout out. we lost a young boy, David. He was 6 years old, and his name was Colton Wayne White, and they are having a fundraiser for his family at the Blizzard Pig Bar and Grill in Hot Springs. It's 5 to 8 on Sunday night. They're going to have live music, just fundraisers going on. This little boy, he loves baseball, football, hunting, fishing, snowboarding, all of this, but 100% of all the proceeds will go back to his family, so we just really want to encourage people to show up for that. I know he has a huge following. He actually, the story online about this on AYMag.com is actually ranked #1 right now, so I know he has a huge following, and a lot of people love this kid.
Yeah, the Matt Barrett, Raj, who's over there, Mr. Hot Springs, he had sent me that. They're doing something on, I think, Sunday. It's a celebration fundraiser on Sunday from 5 to 8. That may be the same thing. I was thinking when he sent me that, I was thinking it was a church. I was thinking it was a church deal, and then but it's just the Blitz Pig. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it's that's a horrible story to hear about that. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely. And there's so many fireworks shows. They already are starting this weekend, even though 4th of July is really next weekend. But what we've done is we broke all of those down around the entire state. So just go to AYMag.com. Our fireworks link is at the top of the page. You can check that out, and you can see where fireworks are going to be shot off all around the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, somebody actually sent us a message saying, hey, do you have a place in the magazine that says all the fireworks places? So that's great. Yeah. Where all the fireworks will be held, so that's outstanding. I want to go back real quick to the peach deal. So did you say this peach festival is in Faulkner County, so it's in Conway?
It's at the Faulkner Lake Orchard, which is in North Little Rock.
It's in North Little Rock.
Faulkner Lake Orchard. Yeah, that's what it says in North Little Rock. It says head to North Little Rock this Saturday for the Faulkner Lake Orchard Annual Peach Festival from 9 to 3 o'clock.
Roger, are you a peach guy?
I'll eat one or two and then I'm good.
I was thinking where you grew up, Frank. Did you have any peaches when you grew up in?
Yeah, fresh peaches are great.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to think too. Did you? I remember growing up at my mumsy's. I think I remember peaches. I also had pears. Did you ever have a pear tree?
Never had pears.
Yeah, pears were cool.
Did you? Yeah. So just took me back.
Good flavor.
I'm an orange guy.
You're an orange guy?
Yeah.
Well, listen, down in South Florida, in mid-Florida, there was orange groves everywhere there that I used to see growing up. Heather, great stuff as always. Enjoy your getaway with your team. Celebrate y'all's success. And I guess I don't know if we'll have a chance to talk to you next week because we're only on the air a couple days.
Yeah.
If we don't talk to you, have a wonderful 4th. And if we do, maybe we can get you for a few minutes on Wednesday.
Absolutely. And I hope y'all sell a lot of cars, Frank. Y'all do a great job.
Thanks, Heather.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Heather's one of your customers.
Yeah, she's unbelievable. Yeah. I've never seen in my life that knows as much as she does, and such enthusiasm and
she's a
energy. She's got energy.
I need her to get down here and work for me sometime. I'd work for her if she came here.
She hustles as hard as anybody. Somebody said here from the 501 that Orchard is out where Stone Links golf course was.
Okay,
I know where it's
at. 661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. This is the end of the month sale we always do. We've been doing this, Frank, for what, 15 years, 17, 18 years? Been a lot.
All my life.
I was thinking when we started, think about this, Roger, when we started this, I was 42, around 42. I'm 60 now.
Oh, my
I mean,
word.
to put things in perspective.
Well, stop doing that.
And Roger, you weren't too far after that.
No,
You
I was
joined
20.
us.
I was 20.
But listen, you have sold a lot of cars here, over there. Because what was the first year you opened here? What was the first year of this dealership as a Fletcher dealership?
About in this location, we were in Jacksonville when we first opened. I'd say we opened here probably 92.
Yeah,
it's a long time.
I know it is. It is. It's
that was before Arkansas raised best basketball championship.
I do.
94.
I do believe it's always great to count your blessings. You know what we were talking last night at Mainline Sports Bar. Thanks to everybody who came out there. And I think I might have been talking to Wayne or Marion. I know it was another couple that had come up and she was talking about somebody that had passed. And I said, man, I tell you, Frank, as we get older. You look around, you look at the open every day, and you see different people passing, and, man, you just got to try to enjoy every day that you do. Every day.
Well, you just don't think about every day that, that tomorrow is not, it's just not automatic, not given.
Yeah.
And what I say to our staff out here every Saturday morning when I do our sales meetings is, you need to do everything you need to do today.
Yes.
And when the sun goes down and you lay down in your bed and you pull that sheet up, that day is over, and you cannot ever get it back. So it's what you don't. I mean, you just don't realize that you can't do something when the day's gone. So story. If you need to go make a relationship come back together that you've had a hard time with somebody, and you do. I'm going to take care of that one of these days. Well, today needs to be the day to do it.
That's a great point. Roger, I wondered if Frank was. One thing we know about Frank, he's a fast walker.
Yeah,
not a fast talker. He's a fast walker.
Well, thank goodness he's tall, so I can keep up. Fine.
I wondered if he would do that on a cruise ship. If he would be, and he was. It didn't make any difference if he was on water. That he was when he wanted to get to point A to point
nice.
B. He was fast.
Did I have time to tell a story about our two butlers?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, please.
We were supposed to have they call him a butler. They were a guy that was supposed to usher you around. The cruise ship was 5,000 people on there, and it was very confusing about where things were. So my butler, his name was Vicky, right?
Vicky.
He's a man. His name is Vicky. Yes. And I couldn't understand anything he said in the first place. And he was worthless. I mean, he was absolutely worthless. He never even showed us where the pool was, but that's where the restaurant was.
But there was, for example, if Frank wanted to get a restaurant, a reservation at 7:30. It's not we cannot do that.
Cannot do that. Your reservation is 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
You're going at 9.
5:45.
I go at 9. I may be asleep.
Anyway,
and then David had a guy named Alex, right?
I forgot his name already.
Alex.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And he was absolutely everything that you dream about. So David had a room that was twice as big as mine as you. So we would sashay down to David's suite. And knock on their door, and then we'd go with his guy. And he'd take us to the restaurants we want to go to.
Yeah, so
the boat was just so big,
and
it was so confusing.
The difference between the two guys, the second guy, he had a daughter that was going through like med school. And he quickly recognized, if I take care of Mr. Fletcher, it would be very, very beneficial for me to help to pay for my daughter's education that she was getting. So he made sure that every.
So Alex. Did he become?
He changed the reservation. I'd say, can we change from 9?
Yes, sir, Mr. Fletcher.
Yes, sir.
Well, I would always think that they would be as much of accommodating as possible, especially the level y'all were at.
I know.
When you pay for such a deal.
Vicky didn't get it.
Well,
Alex did.
You're telling me that the lifeguards didn't care about the lady that was falling in the water.
The thing was, when I got home, they sent a big survey. How was your cruise? And overall, it was wonderful. But I said, listen, for us who are not 20 years old, we need a brochure in the room that says on deck 4 is the swimming pool, deck 5 is the restaurants, and had 18 decks, and you had to get on elevators to go places. So it was the ship was too big for us.
It was. It's amazing technology they had, Roger.
Well, listen, if even a 20-year-old needs that those instructions.
It's one thing to wander around, hunting an elevator or hunting a deck.
Yes.
And we had these armbands to where you scan the outside of the elevator. And you never push a button. And it was just the level we were on gave you a particular elevator, so it was a little confusing. I will say this. It was old school in the morning. I don't think I've told this story. They had these cabanas out there by the pool. The cabanas, and it was first come, first serve.
Yeah. Okay.
So who the natural choice was going to be to get up early and go down.
Absolutely.
So that was my sort of tradition. I'd get up at 5 or 6 or whatever it is.
And the cabana, as you can imagine, was a covered deal that you could lay on in sun, but it had cover over it, so the sun wasn't killing.
So Frank could read his book or whatever. But what was so funny, I'd show up there at 5 or 5:30 in the morning. They would still there's workers out there,
squeegeeing.
You squeegeeing, you're doing it. They're what are you doing out here? And I would take my flip flops and put them on this, and take a book and put them on that one. And you claimed them. I did that every morning for 5 days.
Good deal.
He was a lifesaver.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, apparently we've got the announcement of countdown to kickoff. Exactly who's going to be there coming up in late July. Again, and then next Monday and Tuesday. we'll be on there, and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday we'll be off. So we really appreciate you listening to us each day.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I can't do it without you. Very grateful. Also, too, our website for our T-shirts and pullovers and all that thing.
Design Lab in Hot Springs, Steve.
Yeah, we're very close to getting that within probably a few days.
Absolutely.
So for all of those who've been asking for our shirts, we're going to have those soon. And hopefully maybe, if it goes well, maybe we can put some other Buzz stuff on there, the other Buzz gear. And
absolutely.
It's all up to Steve. Got to thank Steve Qualls for doing that. He's been great. Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, for a long time.
He's on the Buzz team for sure. He's outstanding. All right, 9:25.
Who Jack Daniels is. Ain't ever drove a truck, knows how to throw.
Get in the conversation with the True Service Credit Union live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. In too deep, lower your rate when you move your loan to True Service. TrueService.net.
This is SportsCenter.
It was a rough night for the U.S. men's national team in soccer. They lost 2-1 last night against Panama in the second of their 3 opening round games in the 2024 Copa America. The 2-1 loss was propelled by a 18th-minute Timothy Weah red card for shoving a Panamanian player. Lauren Balogun did pull the U.S. ahead with a 22nd-minute goal, but Panama scored twice, once in the 26th minute and then once at the 83rd minute, and were able to hold on despite picking up their own red card in the 88th minute. The U.S. will try and find a way through to the second round of the tournament when they take on Uruguay on Monday. The United States need a win to guarantee they make it into the following round. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly sunny and hotter today. Here in Little Rock, we'll get up to 95 degrees, and the heat index could climb over 100 today. Tonight, a warmer night, only the mid-70s with a mostly clear sky. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
On Monday, July 1st, join Morning Mayhem as they officially kick off the 4th of July holiday the same way they do every year. Live from Torpedo Joe's Fireworks Superstore on Colonel Glen. As you know, there's always fireworks on the Buzz, so it makes sense to broadcast from West Little Rock's go-to place for fireworks, including those commercial show quality cakes and artillery shells that everybody loves. And it's air conditioned. It's live from Torpedo Joe's Fireworks Superstore, just 3.5 miles past the Wave Theater this Monday.
We love our backyard. This year we added an all-brick outdoor kitchen. We couldn't wait to show it off. But what happened? Mosquitoes. Basically, we did all this work for them. Instead of entertaining and providing food for our guests, we became the food. We wasted all that time and money on a yard we couldn't even enjoy. Then we called Mosquito Joe. After just the first treatment, Mosquito Joe gave us our yard back. Now we're the favorite neighborhood hangout. Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Hello, I'm Craig O'Neill, retired broadcaster. If I was Craig O'Neill, car salesman, I'd enter the transfer portal and try to get on the Genesis of Conway team, a brand new dealership that I'm pretty sure is undefeated, because when you test drive a Genesis, no matter the model, you're sold. Just seeing their dealership and how modern and creative it is and totally devoted to Genesis will sell you. All they need to be geniuses is you. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
At Kubota, we want to help you deliver a job done right. That's why we want you to know that new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do? We have the reliable, durable, and versatile lineup to help you do it. Visit River Valley Tractor today for all your equipment needs. Visit your local River Valley Tractor dealer. www.rivervalleytractor.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell has a great sense of timing, like bringing out Southern Blackberry Cobbler ice cream in time for summer. Rich ice cream with luscious blackberry flavor combined with flaky pie crust pieces and a blackberry swirl. the perfect summertime treat.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell half gallons and 12-pack cups, $5.99 each when buying 2 at Kroger, now through July 8th.
Did Josh miss another curse word in a movie clip? Let us know at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I remember when.
I forgot. 9:30 here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. I forgot, Roger. My mother said, don't forget that we also had figs, pears, and persimmons in Mumsy's yard. I forgot about that, Mother. I forgot about the figs. I'm not a big fig guy.
I don't know how I came across a pear tree in the housing project that I lived in when I was a kid in Hot Springs, but there was a pear tree on the way. Maybe it was that. So I don't know. I don't work ever, but I like pear.
By the way,
I
like
lamb.
I like lamb.
I did.
By the way,
Justin's
too,
here.
Frank, it is my fault that I have not connected you with the winners of our Name Your Horse contest. We'll do that over the weekend, and you guys will connect.
Yeah,
with them.
folks, there are 4 of you, and we have your phone number, and we are going to give you the dinners that we promised at the steakhouse. 4 of you named or suggested a name, Buzz Rocket, and one person named Prince.
Prime Rocket.
Prime
Prime
Rocket. Wow. And so we did name horses Buzz Rocket and Prime Rocket, and we have not discarded the other names that you guys suggested, and as horses come along, there will be more winners. So just because you haven't been notified yet, but we are going to make good on our promise for, so we got some other names, after my dog passed away. I'm naming a young horse I have. It's 1 year old now. I'm naming him Rocket Forever.
Oh, very nice. Well, Justin Akery joins us now. Justin, obviously you follow horse racing closer than anybody at the station. Can you imagine, Justin, if Buzz Rocket, that horse for Frank, turns out to be a winner and does well? How fun it will be to follow that with us at the station.
We hope he does.
That would be good. We get a cut of that, Frank? I mean, what's the deal on it?
Yeah, I'll send you a cut of the
bills. Yeah,
$130
a day.
Yeah,
we need to get y'all in as a partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justin, you got some news to announce about the kickoff?
Yeah, the goal is, and I think the plan is, unless I hear differently, we're going to put tickets on sale on Monday at 10 a.m. for Countdown to Kickoff. It is going to be July 26th. The first time we've ever done it on a Friday. We had to kind of work around the whole schedule, and that venue is incredible, and they've become increasingly popular, and they've got all kinds of different shows in there, and so finding a slot is not real easy to do, and we've liked the Thursday night slot, but I think this Friday will be a lot of fun, and it'll be a good way to kick off the weekend for some folks, and it's also really well air-conditioned on a hot summer day, so so what am I coming to see? You're going to be asking yourself. Well, let me tell you, we've got 3 current Razorbacks who are going to be joining us. A guy that you know well, David, Landon Jackson, who you guys have had on the show many times.
Yes,
Isaiah Satania, the in-state speedster, track star turned football wide receiver. DJ and I have talked a lot about him the last few weeks. I think he's poised to have a huge year this year, as long as Taylor Green lives up to the hype. And then, and I expect that he will, obviously with Coach Petrino, I think Isaiah will be a key piece. Joe Adams-like maybe. And then, although that's a pretty big shoe to fill. And then Luke Haas, who I think we all agree has excellent NFL potential at tight end, will be joining us in person as well. So I'm excited about those 3 guys coming. In addition to that, if you want to feel old, listen up. This is the 25-year anniversary of Arkansas defeating Tennessee in what I like to call the Rocky Top Redemption game in Fayetteville. And Clint Sterner is going to come up from Houston, and admittedly, while it's warm here in the summer, it is straight hell in Houston right this time of year, so it wasn't hard to talk him out of it. So he's coming up here. Anthony Lucas is coming over, his partner in crime, and Houston Nutt, the former Razorback head coach, is going to join us live and in person at the Hall for Countdown to Kickoff.
I forgot Justin hates the bell.
Yes. You don't have to tell him everything, Josh. Just work with me. Theater of the mind, buddy.
The bell. Oh, that's funny. We got to hit it more now, Roger.
He just hit your picture.
Shut up, Josh. Just play along, buddy. You don't have to tell him everything. What are you, 9 years old?
Have you not listened to our show?
I've listened to you.
This is exactly what.
Who hired this idiot? Anyway, carry on.
Frank, we were talking about Taylor Green this morning with Bo. Satania's going to be a big part of that. Satania's got to, the receivers has to. The other is Has. That tight end Luke Has, before he got hurt last year, he was making a difference.
Yes,
and so if you've got a healthy Has and a Satania that can, the other guys are Armstrong, the other guys are important, but that can really loosen up a defense. But then you throw in this quarterback who's 6'7" that can run around. So it'll be great to have those two guys in, and our guy Landon Jackson, he's the only preseason SEC guy we have. 6'7", 280 pounds, transferred from LSU. And then, it is the 25th anniversary of the redemption game, and you get used to that on stage with both Luke and Clint. That'll be, if you're a Razorback fan, that will be a fun night. Do you want to hit all the sponsors, Justin, or no? Do you have that ready to go or no?
Well, Clark Power, I know, is our title sponsor, and there are so many sponsors, David. And let me think. I can tell you some of them. Let me think off the top of my head. I just did a promo for it. Corky's Barbecue is doing food again. Obviously, our friends at Oaklawn down in Hot Springs, we love them.
Yes.
Fleet Management, I know, is part of it. Tito's Handmade Vodka. And, also our friends up in Conway, Chris Crane. Appreciate him with the Hyundai and the Genesis. So, I think that's it. I think I just hit the whole swath. But, it should be fantastic. Again, a Friday night. Let's come have a good time. There are VIP tickets. I should mention this too, David. $60. We actually dropped the VIP price this year. VIP price includes early admission. It also gets you better seating, and it gets you free drinks for an hour, and it also gets you upstairs to get pictures and autographs with both the former and current Razorbacks. General admission tickets are $30. And so, again, bring the whole family. It's going to be a great family-friendly environment. I'm still working on your boy Greg to try to bring us some ice cream. But I think it's going to be awesome. Excited about it.
Well, that's again. Tickets go on sale Monday.
Exactly.
So we'll push that out coming out Monday morning, and that'll be a fun. Again, as we get closer to football season, that'll be a great way to kick it off. So, all right. Well, thanks, Justin. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Frank, the other thing you wanted to mention too, remind everybody about the special tonight at Riverfront.
Yeah, tonight. Please make reservation. We're expecting hopefully a great crowd. We're going to do the buy one get one on the prime rib with all the mashed potatoes you can eat. It's $29, so it figures out less than $15 per person, and you get a lot of food, quality food, great service. I hope you come see our new 500 bottle wine display that we've just constructed in the hall. We really are proud of how our restaurant looks. And so it's 371-9000. So please make a reservation and come tonight, or make a reservation for tomorrow night. We do have the 2 for $60 steak deal is on this weekend too. I think everybody listens to Randy Rainwater knows about the 2 for $60.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of famous now, we hope. But anyway, I want to pitch one other thing at Benihana's at lunch today. Today it's good. Every day at lunch, only at lunch, we've got a new rice bowl. It's double rice with big pieces of wonderful chicken. I am a gigantic eater, and I tried it the other day, and I had to take half of it home. I will guarantee you that if you're still hungry, we'll cook you some more. But it's a new rice bowl. It's $10. So you can come in there and have quick lunch. You can get in and out. Like I say, you can have dinner at the teppanyaki table or in the bar every day at lunch, every day, Monday through Friday. It's not good for takeout. It's not good for DoorDash. It's in the house. $10, folks. I promise you, you can't eat like this anywhere for $10.
That's a challenge.
So you will love it, and you will take home enough food to eat tonight. So,
well, when we were on the cruise, Roger, we went to, they had a little place. What do you call a
specialty restaurant?
Yeah.
Let me tell this: we go in this place. It's a specialty restaurant, which means you had to pay for it over and above your cruise price. So they bring out the display of meat to the table, and they start showing these tomahawk steaks and everything. So David picks out the biggest steak on the whole display. And he, as big a eater as he is, he could not eat but half of it. So I said, well, that's kind of a waste. I said in my mind, I didn't say it out loud. So David says, I'd like to have a to-go box. And the waiter said, sir, we're on a cruise. How would I get you a to-go box?
That is
What are you gonna do? We don't have
unbelievable.
refrigerators in it. So David said, just get me something. So David takes the steak home and eats it in the morning at 5 o'clock when he gets up.
Oh,
he eats
so
the
good.
steak.
Josh, a good steak.
How did you preserve it?
Listen, he's eating that steak while he's saving the cabana chair.
I promise you, I've never seen that in my life.
Oh, I see.
How did you preserve it?
I ate at room temperature.
That is.
Preserved.
Oh my!
It's room
It was less than 24
No.
hours.
Look, he hadn't gotten COVID.
Hey, here's the best part. And I had no utensils.
Would you just pick that thing up?
Dang straight at it, because you know what? That's what a man.
That's what Nadar.
They have no to-go utensils.
No, it's easy. No, it's a finger food.
Frank goes, you're not going to take that back to your room. I said, I am, Frank.
I said, don't let anybody see us. Don't let anybody see us.
Well, the other part, I was actually not talking about that when I was following up on that. We went to the other, like Benihana's place they had there.
Yeah, they had a teppanyaki.
The difference, Roger, they had, when you go into a Benihana's, every table's their own different time.
Sure.
This one, they had everybody together, so all of these guys were doing the same thing at the same time. So they all started singing together. They were making noise. I mean, it was like, wow, it was like sensory overload. But I will tell you this, they didn't have whatever that special juice was, the butter in that one. You can taste the difference between what you guys.
They didn't have the garlic butter.
Oh, that garlic butter is the difference.
Well, that brings up a question. Did they have a great butter display for you there? I know you're a butter guy. Did
No,
they give you big butter?
everything. Butter's in short supply all around the world.
except at Riverfront.
You got that right.
Yeah, we have plenty of butter.
Now, I'm not going to say who, but do you sometimes go to other restaurants and look down and go, oh, my gosh, these folks need some butter education about how to present butter?
Yeah, I had butter at a great restaurant this week, but they had butter in a little cube, like
size of a dime.
inch
Size of a dime, yeah.
I mean, I had to open 9 of them to get a pat of
Listen,
that is terrible.
Frank, I've done it. I will literally open 7 to 8 of those things to get enough butter on there.
If you serve butter at your restaurant and you have little suggestion cards on your table, you're going to find out.
Yeah, and I want to say that we went back to that restaurant again. I was trying to think if I took anything back that second night. It is a little disappointing that they didn't have the microwave in the rooms there. I was thinking, how do you not have a microwave? I guess because they don't want you to take any food back.
You don't need to. They want you to get back out there. Because it's there. It's there, but you needed to eat some of your carnivore.
Yeah, I am.
Our friend Frank Staggs, who lives in Hot Springs, had been on this boat about 8 times. And he did a wonderful job of telling us who was who on the boat, who was the wine steward, who was, who to go see. And he had been on it the week previous, so he was getting off the boat as we got on. Yes. And he gave us a lot of great tips, and a lot of people were nice to us because of Frank.
That's right. Somebody says here on the text line, Baz, my man, don't let him talk down to you about the steak. I've had steak breakfast plenty of times.
No. Nobody's saying that at all.
Yeah, but that's another deal where you knife and fork.
Yeah. And
That is the most
temperature.
That's the most Croc Basil thing ever.
Steak and eggs.
He ate the steak by hand.
I love Josh goes, how was it preserved?
Naturally.
Naturally, yes. Room temp.
I tell you, it's aged.
I will say this. I think I'm a guy who likes to have his feet on the beach and the sand, but I tell you, waking up and looking at that window of the ocean, man, and you're cruising past, and of course, I immediately went back to 1930 or something. If you're on the Titanic and looking out, how much I would feel less secure back then in the 20s or 30s when you're out there on those, or back in the 1800s when they're making those, from Europe to America. Could you imagine how bad and uncomfortable the ships were?
Was 10 times the size of the Titanic.
I know. It sure was. And I'll never forget pulling up to Atlantis, Frank, and seeing 5 different cruise ships already there, plus ours. So you basically have about 30,000 people. So it's houseboat. It is a massive financial gorilla.
Boon for their house.
It really is. All right, we'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up. Remember, they're doing deals here from now until Monday night
So if you're thinking about it, if you've been thinking about now's the time to do it. It's the end of the month sale. They'll always take good care of you. I think, look at Zippy and Frank are tired, man. Look at you're on hour 4, Frank. Zippy, look at it. I see it in your eyes.
I'm ready to go. I'm here till 7 o'clock tonight.
You got to work.
Maybe I need to get one of those.
The 5-hour barbecue energy drinks. Yeah. All right, we'll come back and wrap things up.
Hey, it's David Bazzell for Simmons Bank. You've heard me say over and over again how much I love being a Simmons Bank customer and learning about their amazing success story, starting with one little Pine Bluff bank in 1903 and now celebrating their 120th banking birthday. They have become one of the fastest growing banks in America. 120 years in banking, that's a ton of experience. The reason Simmons Bank has been around for 12 decades is because they have a track record of helping people turn their goals into plans. And that's worth repeating. Simmons Bank knows how to help their customers turn their goals into plans. And they're ready to talk to you now, but first, they'll listen. Simmons Bank will guide you at every step. No matter what's next in your life, Simmons Bank wants to make financing the easiest decision you make. A personal loan from Simmons Bank could be the solution you need for large purchases like home improvement projects, wedding expenses, vacations, emergency expenses, or an automobile, boat, or RV purchase. Don't wait any longer. Let Simmons Bank help change your financial life.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
White glove service. Sounds fancy, right? In a way, it is. Fancy like having your own personal payroll person from the payroll company. Someone to help you when business is booming, but you've got 1,000 things to take care of and don't have time to tackle everything. That's why people partner with the payroll company, because everything is integrated, from hire to retire, and everything in between. When you want something fancy without a fancy price, pick the payroll company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com to learn more.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
Have something to say to 103.7 The Buzz? Say it all on the Ask Your Wrecker and Recovery live fan feedback. Comment your suggestions, ask questions, and tell your opinions all on the Ask Your Wrecker and Recovery live fan feedback. Ask Your Wrecker and Recovery under new ownership.
Make this summer one to remember by stopping by Arch Marine in North Little Rock. Arch is all about creating fun on our lakes and rivers. You have to come by and see the new 2024 G3 Tri-Tunes, the hottest and coolest ride out there. We're easy to find. Take the Levy exit.
I need your attention. Clark Power is looking for licensed journeymen or apprentice electricians to fill current openings. Starting pay for journeyman electricians is $28 per hour. The starting pay for apprentice electricians is $15 per hour and includes a 5% raise after each semester or apprentice school completed along with required OJT hours. Clark Power will even cover your school costs. Clark Power will pay 100% of your health insurance and will match your 401k contributions. Email careers@clarkpower.com or call 501-558-4901 for more information. We need you at Clark Power.
Do you know what's even better than a doe steak and tamales? Doe steak and tamales on our dog-friendly patio. So come on down Monday through Friday 11 to 2 for lunch and Monday through Saturday 5 to 9 for dinner. Doe's is at the corner of Ringo and Markham in downtown Little Rock, where we are locally owned and operated for over 36 years. And don't forget, Doe's Eat Place, for goodness sakes.
Want to get in on the conversation? Shoot us a text at the D3 Auto Sales text line at 501-614-1037. D3 Auto Sales in Desart, the #1 independent dealer in the state, with the best prices and largest selection on pre-owned vehicles, including leveled and lifted trucks. Find them on Facebook. Whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, from high school to the pros, hit us up on the D3 Auto Sales text line.
Hey, everybody, this is NFL Hall of Famer Dan Hampton, and I love hanging out with Baz and the boys on The Buzz. Tune in every morning so you can get the news just like I do.
Josh's parents, good morning.
Hey, Josh, your mother and I were out on the catamaran sipping on a martini made with the tears of homeless people and thought about you for a second before we headed back to the shore for the oyster bake at the Vanderbilts, you loser.
Just like Jesse James.
That may be one of the best lines ever when
Which one?
someone
Oh,
says,
yes.
drinking on the martinis,
The tears of
the homeless.
Josh, you should have a montage of the best calls
And take
from
'em home.
graffiti and playing for your parents.
Yeah.
They've heard them all, I think, at this point.
That may
That's
be
a good
true.
point.
That may be true.
Are you going to miss us, Josh?
I am going to miss you all. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up at like 5:30 every day panicking and be like, oh, I'm going to say.
Frank, what are you showing me there? What horse was that you just showed me?
That's Sam Frockett.
Okay.
I have a grandson named Sam Fletcher and Sam Pittman. So I'm sharing all the stuff of Coach Pittman on this horse.
Gotcha.
He's a 2-year-old colt.
I can't wait to see the Buzz Rocket, the horse, come up sometime. Following up on the gentleman who said don't let him talk you down on the steak deal, he said, and I work at Edwards Food Giant, so it's butcher approved at room temp. So the question is,
there you go.
how long is a steak good when you leave it out at room temp?
Are you asking me, or are you asking because I know for you, it's just
Frank,
it's good.
is there a
I don't know. I mean, I've never seen anybody in my life take something home like you did. That's
maybe one thing if he had a fridge.
Let me tell you something. Not only will he bring that steak to the station, he may just grab that thing by his hands and lay it on the counter for everybody and pick it up and eat it as we go. But again, his immune system is amazing.
Well, it is interesting. Frank talked about having COVID.
Yes, and you didn't.
Yeah, Frank, Jessica, and Judy all had it, and I never got it.
And who was the only one that ate room temperature steak?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
He's like Chuck Norris.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean?
That is
listen, if COVID's baby crap compared to what's in him. That COVID couldn't live inside him.
By the way, too, great job by Trey Shep on the from the short grass today. What's the player's name? Rex Burkhead, who was Burkhead, rather, former Nebraska running back who played for the
One more time,
Patriots.
Rex Burkhead.
Rex, yeah. What's it? Listen, I knew I recognized it was somewhere. What is it, Josh? Rex Woodhead, right?
Rex Burkhead. No, it's Danny Woodhead. It's Rex Burkhead.
You just went Birdhead.
Rex Burkhead.
Listen.
As I say, I was close.
Don't get cocky, Vince Nail.
I was close. Touche on that. As I mentioned, we're only going to be on the air next week, 3 days. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's always a jam-packed show, and we may have to try to get Frank and Greg Hatcher together. The powerhouse guy that's on one side of the river and the ice cream guy that's on the other side of the river, and bring them together.
Absolutely.
Zippy, last time, give everybody a chance to come by and call you today, Saturday or Sunday or Monday.
That's right. So you got 90 days to first payment. You got brand new Jeep Compass under $400 a month. And then for all your working guys or just, or gals, heavy duty trucks, you got up to $9,000 off. And then we got the new 25 Rams in that I didn't touch on earlier. They got the new motor in them that's got just as much pulling power, and it actually has better takeoff power, but you get an extra 4 miles to a gallon. Right now, that's a big deal in a truck.
Yes.
And we got Jeep Wranglers, $5,000 off.
Yeah,
right
in
the middle of summertime.
You said that's a good deal, $5,000 off.
When you're when you go to buy a Jeep Wrangler, if you've ever shopped for one, a pre-owned one will scare you sometimes, until you get a little bit older one. So you get a new one, $5,000 off. You get a bargain, and you got the number 2 reselling vehicle there is.
You can call and ask for Zippy or Chris, either one. They'll take care of you.
Yeah,
I did want to mention 2 other things. Don't forget, we're looking for Frank. We want to stay in a firehouse sometime this summer, Roger and me, and do a show there the next morning.
You want to hang out? Do you want to do it?
Have you ever been in a firehouse before, Frank?
No, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it'd be very good. And we have the First Responders Bowl. We're looking for a fireman. We're looking for a policeman. Looking for an EMT. And maybe we'll bonus one of those.
I pray to God they don't catch a call while you all are there, because you all are just going to be. You all are going to be.
Are you kidding me? I want to drive the back of the fire engine.
You guys are trying to load the trucks out.
No.
A ride along with a police officer? Never.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, you've done.
We want to do that. We want to do that. Ride along for with a police officer. Right. But growing up as a kid, the fire truck was always a big deal. If the fire truck came to a school or whatever, and have a lot of respect for people that are doing that right now in the heat that we're in. But anyway, so that's going on. So you just need to either send us a text on the text line, or Roger, your email address is
Roger at 1037thebuzz.com. And like I told you and Mike Hager, if we're able to do that with him or Tommy Norman to do a ride along and all that, it'll be a great time for me to be in the back of a police car without having permission.
Roger, will you see Horizon, the Kevin Costner
I've already
movie?
looked it up. Yes, I've already told my wife, let's go to the movie this weekend. I said, but it's a Western. She goes, as long as I'm with you, I don't care. We're going to see Horizon.
How about that?
Yeah. The other is the scary movie, the Quiet Place Day One. I'd like to see that.
She's more horror. Who knows? We might do that too.
I can't do it this weekend, but I would.
Where are you going?
It wouldn't be a good idea to go to Chicago and then watch a movie, would it be? That's not what you want to do. But Frank has given me ideas to. I remember one of the greatest things about the Touchdown Club was when Mike Ditka came in to speak. So Simmons Bank was involved in helping me get him in. So and probably your crew, they were taking him back to Chicago, and he goes, "You guys got plans tonight?" And they go, "No, not really." He said, "I want you to come eat at my steakhouse." So that whole crew from Simmons Banks goes to Mike Ditka's steakhouse. Ditka stays there with him and has dinner with him that night. Do you know where it's at? You know where Ditka's place
I've been there, yeah.
Oh, have you? Is it
yeah.
good?
Been there a long, long time.
Hey, it has been.
Yeah.
I wonder what would be the best steak or the best restaurants by players. You know who used to have a big one that was very popular in the South, Florida, and Don Shula. Shula's was a great. It was a high-end steak restaurant.
I've been there too.
I think there were some Cardinals that had some when we were in St. Louis, and I wonder if it's football or baseball players that have them.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show on that to find out how many players have their own restaurants. I'm sure there's a guy in Alabama. I can't think of his name. Trey, you might know who he is. It's a big linebacker. I think he's got multiple. It's not a steak restaurant, but it's a popular chain.
Well,
there.
You're going to do it the Chicago way.
The Chicago way. Is Justin in or
yes.
DJ in?
Yes, indeed.
All right, what do we have in store for us today?
So typical Friday stuff, champs and chumps. Pigskin's in. We've got Phil Martin in. Saw Philip earlier this week. He was on the winning team at the Hall of Fame tournament for the second year in a row.
Oh, wow, very nice.
They just get jobs. They get the job done. Anyway, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But we'll talk about.
Come on.
Come on! What, Johnny? Come on!
Got some entertainment news. We're going to do, I don't know. Tom Murphy's coming on?
Sure.
Well,
sure,
listen,
that'll work.
You're spent with the announcement that you gave earlier.
No, Zach Gillam's coming on. I was doing an impression. I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, Zach Gillam's going to join us at 10:30. You figure out who it was. Zach Gillam at 10:30. We got Tom Murphy in the 11 o'clock hour, Red White Report. Good stuff coming up, and lots of fun getting you set for the weekend. I got a couple of really good clips from the internet this week. Did you guys watch the final World Series game, the College World Series game?
Yes.
Did you see the video of the two young ladies who were eating their ice cream at the game, enjoying it on a hot summer day? Well, they fixated on it on the broadcast for a very lengthy period of time, and one of the women that was on it was very upset about it, and she put a post up about it. I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Was it Costanza-esque?
Thank you, Justin. Frank, Zippy, thanks again.
Thank you.
Always a fun time with you guys.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Zippy.
Let them do your deal this weekend at Fletcher Dodge. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We
Josh,
appreciate
have a safe trip.
Yeah, Josh, have a great week.
Be safe,
well done, Roger.
Thank you.
Jones up next. Thank you.